everyone. What is up, Google I.O.? I'm Valkyrie, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today.
I'm Jack, aka Courage. Shout out to everyone tuning in the live stream worldwide. We are YouTube creators, gamers, and occasionally peasants.
I wouldn't call it the competition.
Okay. So today, we're going to be playing a game together. It's called Infinite Scalar, and you can scan that big code right there to pull it up. No download required. Infinite Scalar is basically a massive collaborative experiment. That means over the next 20 minutes, we won't just be competing against each other, although I'll definitely get the high score, but we'll actually be building the game together as we play.
The game itself is pretty straightforward. You jump on these little jump pads to catch power as fast as you can. If you're too slow, the lights go out below you and you fall.
But you may have also noticed that every level looks completely unique. That's because every block of power is a world you guys generate using your creativity, and today I'm at.
That means every time you play, it's completely unique. You can create a cyberpunk city or a forest full of capybara. Whatever you can dream up, just type it in as long as it's safe for work.
But that's right. You don't want to get HR problems. So, look, to give you a quick peek at how this actually works. You literally just type in a prompt. It can be super simple because our friend Gemini will automatically give a polish to you on the back end. Then it gets sent over to
Banana, which makes the background and foreground sprite. Add a little type of magic, makes the depth map, and boom, you got this awesome 3D effect. Like, check out the one I made. A tribute to my Shiba Inu Mika. So genius!
no,
It's adorable!
it's decent. Mine is way better. Spaghetti slippery slime.
Of course. Alright, enough talking, let's play. Are you guys ready? You can jump right in on your ball or just grab the link on your computer. This is a play at your own pace of the game, so don't stress if you're still getting your device detected. There'll be plenty of chances to jump in later.
Alright, let's go, Ray. Let's get started.
Let's do this!
Ray, no pressure. There's just thousands of people here in person and hundreds of thousands of people doing it online.
Okay, pressure, Rock.
Alright, let's go. Ray's gonna get us started. We'll get you all with that QR code to join us. The link if you're watching online anywhere across the world. Ray's gonna show you how it's done. Let's see what record you can set.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You just have to hit the jump pad because there is no jump button. And each room is just so freaking unique and random. Yeah, I have to walk in.
The hand, freaking hand. So these are prompts for you guys at home that you're sending on in. And also, as we play, today we're gonna take a look at which players set the record as well as which countries have the most levels and support rating. Right side, yeah,
Rocket. You need the rocket. I'm ready for the Philippines. Who are you ready for, Jack?
You can still get the top
I think so. Okay, yeah.
And ranking still. Alright, so far 30. Well, depending on the crowd, to get over 50, I'll say you're pretty darn good. Okay? We did a lot of testing warm-ups and all the pretty great stuff. Here it goes.
Yeah, see, I'm so scared. I'm trying. Jack, just trust me out.
Oh, that's cool. What are you doing?
No, the rocket's so good.
Oh, no, right.
Okay.
43 levels?
Okay, 43.
Good.
Okay, let me do it one more time.
Go ahead.
Okay. My goal is at least 50.
What do you think the most prompted thing? I feel like food, mainly because, well, yeah, food here.
I think people are prompting their pets. Because who's supposed to their pet
Well, like, so that's looking forward to a battle going on. Robots controlling shit.
I want to just look at each room, but they're going so fast. Capybara! It suits.
That's funny.
Jump. It's pretty therapeutic, honestly.
Honestly, maybe don't think 50 days.
Oh, yeah?
I love this song.
Yeah, every day's a quest. Like how this day's a quest.
And again, you all can join worldwide right now. No download required. The link at the top of your screen. Alright, you're 31.
Okay, maybe for 50. She can high score 30. Jack needs high score 30.
I think the high score is going to be coming out to be up plus. It's pretty crazy. Oh, you got it.
It's pressing me off. The thing to know about this is that for each room, you have to hit the jump pad to get through the hole. You can't just like go through the bottom.
Right, that's it. First time you have a chance to help.
I'm so
We're good. We're okay. Oh, we're having a real loud one. I'll give it 5 dollars, please.
Okay. You can pay the crowd.
Ray, I'm
cheating.
going to print my Steam. I'm hoping that the Mac will not change the media. I'd like to be president.
Yeah, that was so cute.
Okay, Ray, no pressure again.
Okay.
Literally, you see my face, people.
Jack.
Only millions of people.
Jack. Okay, I'm gonna be yapping your ear off.
No, this is really good. Alright, look.
No, that's crazy.
Now it's my turn, everybody. Let's go. Let me show you how it's done. Infinite Scalar, why the Google I.O. starts now.
It's not too late to join in or to look at the high scores right after this. Or maybe after a couple rounds, because who knows how far Jack's gonna get.
Good.
Jack, just
Don't want it.
or grab on your PC, scan the QR code. Double rockets?
Yeah, I read it.
That's crazy. Really?
If you see how far that is again.
Hey, look at the bears.
Oh my Ray.
Okay, what
Ray,
is
it's
this?
right now.
This is actually so rigged.
This is not there right now.
And games. Jack,
I'm over 100.
who did you actually pick?
Alright, we're done. Oh my god, all the bears.
Fire. I like how you like to catch the words.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
Oh, there we go. More food, please. More food.
Honey!
Watch it.
Watching your shipping it.
Okay.
You're 60 or 70.
What do you get, 76? Oh, I'm at that right now, right?
Okay, how did I get 100?
I will. Now don't worry, for playing at home, when you look at the keyboard, it's for you all at home. I won't be on that, you know. I had a lot of practice, so I may not be sure to see this 2 hours playing, so.
We did this practice.
No, that's getting done now.
You're already almost 100.
I wonder what country I can play it. Alright, hold it here.
Congratulations today.
Hold it down. Watch
yeah.
it. That's over now, watch it.
It's getting hard.
Yeah,
You
fine.
never
Fine. Everything's fine. That should have
Oh, yeah. Pigeons.
Well, Ray, I mean,
Look at that fish.
okay.
I think that might be my favorite. The one using the robot. I don't know robot. You're at 125, Jack.
That's just that's tomato.
Can we get more animals for those ones?
That's tomato.
Is that bad?
What do they call it? I'm not playing this. Well, maybe let's play, let's play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're They would love it.
You're at 139. I actually went first. This is crazy.
Okay, wait. Alright, hey, 142?
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Wait,
Okay, it's time to look at the leaderboards. Over 157 countries.
This is the last 10 minutes.
14,000 people.
That's wild.
That's actually a lot of people. Wow, this just happened.
1800.
Alright, let's check out the top score.
What?
Ronnie Icy Moss with 248. Who's up?
I'm taking the heck up tonight.
All right, and top country,
Oh,
United States.
India, 9,567 level scale. Okay.
33,000 points. That's crazy. We got Germany, Brazil, France, Mexico, Canada, Poland, Spain.
Hey, shout
And
out.
where's the Philippines?
Don't worry. Next one. We'll take a look at some of the levels that people have made too.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's see what you guys have made. Okay, we got a duck with a sweater fishing by popping neon gravy.
Very cool.
Cute. Oh, those like,
Yeah, cool read.
yeah, little enemy eyeballs.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You
I
gotta
see
get rid of the lens of tomato.
So you're a cheese and
Yeah,
kind of guy. That's cute. This is my Smiley Science Swan.
You guys, by the way.
I'm hungry.
That makes sense.
Oh, we saw this one.
Yeah,
Level.
definitely.
Savvy Snowy Sponge made this ship in a bottle with little people around it. A disco snail.
Snail with a shell with a disco ball.
Giant rock and asteroid man by Posh Plow.
Hey, I mean,
What did you pick up? Yeah.
Pretty cool. I feel like you have another chance though.
Oh, yeah, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get 100 points.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I mean, people already hitting 250.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can keep ourselves.
Okay,
Probably just round. That's awesome.
This is crazy.
Hey, some of y'all out there, sun, make sure you put off the sunscreen. This crowd's going all the way back now. Wow.
It's gonna get hot
No
today.
pressure though. Yeah, no pressure. Literally just some of the most important people in the world, but no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. All right, I'm going.
Again, you all know. You all know. Enjoy the play right now, right now. Now, you try to get on that leaderboard. You gotta make it up there.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you have to make 220, I think. We'll see next roll. What's the first one?
I have to walk in. I have to walk in. I did it. I did it. Wait, no, freak out, Jack. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Stay calm. Spaghetti. Rocket. Big. Okay.
Someone in the crowd right now is watching and probably pulling out the side, but anybody can play football still.
I know. I'm curious. What the top score is now?
But it's safe to do the upper zone one.
Boing, boing, boing. Big rocket. This is the Jack look I was looking for.
You know, we have all that faith that people here in the crowd today are from countries all around the world. Hey, where did you guys come in from today's event? Is something really where they're from?
Canada. Canada.
Okay, I just like 40 different countries at once and they don't like each one. But enjoy the nice weather.
Boing, 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 boing. This is like the best head at the kind of game.
Can we work with these for a minute?
That's all I wanted.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad, dude.
Oh God, I'm not the crowd. This is great. You get last name.
Ah, see, this is the jump pad. Jump pad. This is my last chance. Oh, it's over. It's over for me. It's over. I did it.
If I don't get on the roller board, then people I understand. Here we go. Some people executive backstage.
I wanna redo it.
That was backstage right now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to. Wait, my account
Go.
is green.
Here we go, right
Okay,
here.
lock it, Jack. That was so cute. Cheese.
It's like a tower.
Oh,
We're good,
nice
good.
rock.
Start, we can start. Okay, guys, take a look at that link. Join on in, record country, see if you get a nice score.
No download required. This was awesome to hear because I feel like that's first part. Take your time to download the game. You want to download? Scan. Check your home. Scan the card.
Wait, how? Is that how we can work?
What's it?
Nothing, I was firing the first where it flows.
Yeah, you hit the link in the top corner. Check it out.
Okay. I'm in my flow state right now.
Okay, don't look actually.
I'll flow right now.
Bunnies with pajamas.
Oh my gosh.
Rolls cheese. Single movies. You're at 57 right now.
Oh, like
The
here.
light is back in rocket. Nice. Wait, that's the crowd right there.
No. Put it on card.
Drag it. Is that your spaghetti side?
That might have been
Was
it.
that your
Wait, that's mine. Good call.
I haven't seen Mika yet.
Okay.
Less fighters, please.
Almost there. 87. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster.
There it is.
Okay. My last chance. My last chance.
Yeah, yeah. You're almost 100. Congratulations, you did it.
Thank you, thank
I'm really happy for you.
Wait, it's not a big score. Not
I'm
big.
so proud of you.
It's fine. Okay.
Coffee.
Hey, hey, hey. Y'all are everything's out right. I'm gonna get it out.
Jack, you're doing way too good. How much you practice? What?
I made that one. I made don't worry. Fine.
Spaghetti towers. People love
Go
spaghetti.
there. It's dog drink.
So much spaghetti. You're at 140.
Oh my gosh. My team right now. 20 over 150.
Jack,
So,
you couldn't beat the crowd. If you hit 250,
no. I
unless someone else like you right now.
First of all, record, I come to Google CEO. It does not work.
I don't want that happen.
Yeah,
Don't worry, the CEO, I will tackle his head.
Oh, Ray,
No,
Ray,
that needs to be done.
Ray. Please.
Or wait.
Okay, hold on.
But I think for people, it was 250 something. But I'm pretty sure you're still going. Like, I haven't done the high score. Oh, yeah.
I'll take a look at this phone and find out.
There's my favorite. Like the fishing stuff. You're at 200. And cover boxes.
Good. We're ready.
You need at least 60. Yeah, at least.
Oh, Ray, Ray, Ray.
Wait, Jack.
This is the best one I've ever had. I gotta get out taste. I guess it's like somebody wants to win. What a job.
They got me here because I'm
What? Okay.
Jack, right. 36. Single.
Yo, actually, hey, everyone at home, you're lucky I can't get on that leaderboard for 3 guys. That was the
I'm
record right
just so
there.
curious.
Let's go. Thank you, thank you. It was a 600 over caffeine. 250, right? I mean, look, you know what? Oh my gosh. Let's go.
But look at that last market.
No.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And there, we'll take it. Thank you, thank
Wow.
you. That was fun. Wait.
20,000 of you have joined in. That's so many people.
163 countries.
Do you think the leaderboard has changed?
Let's see what you're
All right.
I made it to 59.
Yeah, 259. Let's see if I beat your score.
What?
Hey, how did you have the time? We just started.
So cool. France, Canada, Mexico, Poland, and Spain round out our top 10.
I
That was
can't believe how many people jumped in. That was amazing.
Well, look, guys, that is it from us. Thank you so much. That was a lot of
Yes,
fun.
that was awesome. Have a great day, you guys, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the rest of my Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take a second to realize how far we've come. Empowered by all the things we've made together.
How many people have looked at a problem and then been bold enough to say, I can solve it?
And sharing with our future, we all get to decide.
AI has the ultimate to solve all the world's most complex scientific problems.
We're taking like every Every one of us is packed with potential. The potential to make anything we can dream of. I do not know personally how to code, but given an option to create something, just opens up so many doors for me as an educator. I discovered Gemini because it helped me with a lot of things, from menus to marketing and inventory. Within a world where anything is possible,
The rate of change is potentially solve disease. This is huge, but we have a profoundly new technology in our hands.
what matters is what we choose to do.
Hi, my name is Matthias. My brother's not training using this AI assistant.
So, it's not just me. Let's make something that matters.
Hello, Sola. And hello, everyone watching from around the world. Excited to be back with this year's I/O. I think it's been an incredible year. All of the relentless shipping, the rapid advances in technology. It's been a period of hyper progress. I've definitely felt it myself. It's been an intense year. Here's a look at what I've been up to. Okay, I wish this was my year. Actually, the one of the plugging in the CPU is pretty accurate. So there's still more work to do before it's in space. We're working on that. On a serious note, it's been an extraordinary year. It's been 10 years since we pivoted the company to the AI space. We knew how profound AI would be to advancing our mission and improving people's lives at scale. This is why we are taking a differentiated, full-stack approach to AI. From our custom silicon and secure foundation to our world-class research and models to our products and platforms that reach billions of people. This approach enables us to iterate and innovate faster, and it's lighting up every part of the company. What's really incredible is how people are using our AI. Students prepping for final exams with Gemini AI. Musicians and artists using generative AI models like Yuri and Leo as part of their creative flow. Developers coding and bringing their ideas to life. I've been using Gemini in a myriad of ways. Recently, I've been turning to Gemini to make sense of my parents' doctor visits. I'm sure many of you have done work before. These stories of how people are using AI are the best measure of progress. To understand the scale at which people are adopting AI, there's another great proxy, tokens. The fundamental units of data our models process, many representing a problem being solved. 2 years, we were processing 9.7 trillion tokens a month across the service, a huge number. Last year at I/O, that grew to about 480 trillion tokens. And fast forward to today, the number has jumped 7 times to 3.24 trillion tokens per month. Never imagined I'd say quarterly in 2019, but here we are. Now some out there might call this token maximum, and there's probably some truth to it. I still think it tells an important story about our products and how others are building as well, especially our developers. Over 8.5 million of you are now building new apps and experiences with our models months, and our model APIs are now processing around 19 billion tokens per month. Over the past 12 months, over 375 customers each processed more than 1 billion
Hello,
tokens, representing
good
incredible demand for
morning,
AI across the
everyone.
We are,
What
of
is
course,
up,
also seeing
Google
incredible demand across our
I/O?
products. We
I'm
now have 13
Valkyrie,
products
and
with over
I'm
a billion
so
users.
excited to be here
5 of
with you
those
guys
have more than
today.
3
And
billion.
I'm Jack, aka Courage. Shout out to everyone tuning into the
Our
live
Gemini
stream
models are a big
worldwide.
reason more people are using our products.
We're
And why
YouTube
they are using our
creators,
products more.
gamers,
It all starts with search.
and
Bringing the benefits of
occasionally
generative AI to more people than any other products in the world. AI
I
overviews now
wouldn't
has
call
over
it much of a
2.5 billion monthly
competition,
users.
though.
And AI mode has been the revelation of the biggest upgrade
So
for
today,
people love it.
we're
Just
going
a
to be
year,
playing a
it's already
game
surpassed 1
together.
billion monthly
It's
users.
called
When people use our
Infinite
AI powered
Scalar.
search, they
And
use
you
search
can
more.
scan
I
that
love how
big
search is
code
less about individual
right
queries
there
and
to
feels more
pull
like
it up.
ongoing conversation,
No
giving you deeper
download
insights and connecting you to the
required.
vastness of the web.
Infinite
Another place
Scalar
is
is
rapidly innovating
basically
with Gemini.
a
Last year, I/O,
massive
Gemini had 400 million
collaborative
monthly active users.
experiment.
Today, we have surpassed 900
That
million, more than
means
doubling
over the next 20 minutes, we won't just be competing against each
In
other.
the same time, daily requests have
Although
grown over 7
I'll
times.
definitely be getting the
Incredible
highest
growth. We've been adding a
score,
lot of unique features like
but we'll
personalization,
actually
which
be
makes response more
building the
customized.
game
And
together
today,
as
more
we
than 50
play.
billion images have been generated with our
The
nanoverse
game
models.
itself is
It was
pretty
a breakout start this last year,
straightforward.
and we
You
all
bounce
have
on these
fun
little
with it.
jump pads to
Beyond
climb
the
the
Gemini
tower
app,
as
we also have
fast as
much
you
more
can.
natural conversations
If you're
with
too
Gemini directly
slow,
inside
the
the
lights
product.
go out below you and
Recently,
you
Matt's
fall.
biggest upgrade in the decade.
But you may have
Including
also
new features called
noticed that
Ask Maps.
every level
People are
looks
using it to ask more
completely
complex,
unique.
much longer
That's
questions.
because
Here's a
every
real query
block
for
of the
Our kid
tower
just
is
fell
a
into the duck
world
and the very
you guys
important 30 minutes.
generate
Where can I
using
walk
your
by a
creativity
I'd
and
like
some
to
AI
ask them
magic.
We're also
That
bringing
means
the
every
conversational AI
time
to
you
2 more
play,
products.
it's
First,
completely
ask it.
unique.
People
You
come to
can
YouTube
create a
every day to ask a lot
cyberpunk
of questions.
city
A
or a
lot of great
forest
videos.
full of
Sometimes it's
capybara.
hard to know where to start.
Whatever you can dream
Ask
up,
YouTube
just
10,
type
10,
it in
60.
as long as
Say you
it's
want to
safe
teach
for
your 3 years
work.
how to write a better life.
That's right.
They
We
already know
don't
how
want to get
write
HR involved.
Just ask
So
You'll see
look,
a couple of differences in the
we'll
system.
give you a quick
The information
peek
is digestible,
at how this
easy to
actually
navigate.
works.
You get an overview,
You
helpful tips.
literally
You will
just
see
type
videos
in
that
a
best match your
prompt.
interests.
It
So if
can
you
be
want to try a
super
specific
simple
application, you can go
because
to
our friend
It
Gemini
jumps right to
will
the top of the
automatically
most
get it
relevant for you.
polished for you
Brings
on
back
the
memories
back
of teaching
end.
my kids to ride.
Then it gets
It's
sent
remembered for
over
context, so you
to
can follow up with questions
Banana
like, should I buy one
banana.
with handbrakes or pedal
Which
brakes?
makes the
Making it an
background
ongoing
and
conversation.
foreground
It
sprite
even lays out the
sheets.
information
Add a
data
little
so it's
tech
easy to compare.
magic to make the
We're
duck
starting to test
maps,
Ask
and
YouTube
boom,
now, and it'll roll
you
out
got
broadly
this
in the US
awesome
this summer.
3D effect.
So far,
Like, check out the one I made. A tribute to my Shiba
so far
Inu
we've shown
Mika.
conversations
Look how cute he is.
There's a lot of times I want to get things done
so
at the speed
cute.
of my
No.
work.
He's
But it's much more
adorable.
possible today thanks to technical using our audio modes.
Mine
A new
is
feature
way
called Dock
better.
Slide takes this to another level.
Spaghetti,
To create a dock with Gemini
slippery
board, you have to
slide.
type up a really
Of
precise
course,
prompt.
of
With Dock
course.
Slide, you can just
All
go
right,
and bring
enough
whatever's on your
talking.
mind and let
Let's
Gemini
play.
do the rest. Let's see
Are you
if
guys
we can
ready?
develop from our product team. This
You
is all
can
in real
jump
time,
right in on
not
your
sped up.
phone or just grab the link on your computer.
All right,
This
let's
is a
try this
play
out.
at your own
So I just
pace type
remembered,
of
I'm doing
game,
an online
so
talk
don't
for my high school
stress
career day
if you're
tomorrow.
still getting your
I
device
just felt the
connected.
consequence to explain what I do for
There'll
a
be
living as a software
plenty of
engineer, but
chances
I never
to
really
jump
know
in
where to
later.
start. Oh, actually,
All right.
can you just pull my resume
Let's
from
go,
Drive?
Ray. Let's
Although,
get
sorry,
started.
Let's do
maybe you can come up with some funny
Ray,
analogies
no
so it'll be more
pressure.
fun
There's
engaging talk
just
for the students.
thousands
Oh,
of
and also,
people
I think
here
the
in
school sent me an
person.
email I think the subject is something like career day logistics. We just grab details from there, throw them on the doc so I know where to go and what time to get
Pressure,
there.
Jack.
All right,
Let's just update those requirements and turn straight
Racing
to
to get us started. Again, you all with that QR code can join us. The link if you're watching online from
It's
anywhere
a
across
little
the
dense.
world.
Maybe format the analogies as a table so it's a
Racing
little
to
easier
show
to
you how
understand.
it's
And
done.
also add a note to tell the story of how my brother inspired me to become a software engineer. Sort of at the top of my doc and bold it so I don't miss it.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You just have to hit the jump pads because there is no jump
Yeah, that's
button. And each room is just so freaking unique and random.
Again,
I have to lock in.
the hand. So these are prompts from you guys at home that you're sending on in. And also, as we play, midway, we're going to take a look at which players set the record as well as which countries most level and support rating get from right side.
You need the rocket. I'm rooting for the Philippines. Who are you rooting for, Jack?
You think the Philippines are going to pop off?
Oh, okay.
And Brazil. Alright, so far 30. Look, depending on the crowd, get over 50, I'll say you're pretty darn good. Okay. We did a lot of tests and warm-ups, and that's a pretty crazy record. So here comes.
Yeah, see, it gets so serious. Jack is stressing me out. No, the rocket is so good. Okay.
43 levels?
Okay, 43.
Good.
Okay, let me do it one more time.
Go ahead.
My goal is at least 50.
What do you think the most prompting things are going to be? I feel like food, maybe because, well, they have really good food here, and I'm
I think
eating my
people
way.
are going to prompt in their pets. Because who doesn't want to see their pet?
I love pets. Oh, that's cool. Like a fork, controlling a ship.
I want to just look at each room, but they're going by so fast.
Oh, there's
Capara with suits.
That's funny.
Yeah, just hold the protein across our body database. You?
It's pretty therapeutic.
I mean, picture of a bug.
Honestly,
You ever see a bug dressed like an accountant? You want it?
Oh, yeah?
Listen up, TPU. I will start soon. We got a job to do. Actually, we got training to do. Clear cash. Try your fans. Let's go.
Like how in space works.
and again, you all can join worldwide right now. No download required. Selling stop the screen.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm doing them on
All right, you're
Yeah, how about you guys wait down here and help
Okay,
out?
maybe for 50.
All right, coming.
What do you think the high score is going to be? Jack, what do you think the high score is going to be?
I think the high score is going to be someone out there getting 100 plus. It would be crazy. Oh, you got it.
The thing to know about this is that for each room, you have to hit the jump pad to get through the hole. So you can't just like go through the bottom.
Are you going to have tricks and tricks? I've never had a chance to know. I'm trying to set a record. We're good. There we go. Okay. Don't worry, I know this crowd's going to get real loud when it's not first, okay? I'll give someone $5, please.
Okay. You can't pay the crowd.
Ray, I
That's
got
cheating.
I got tricks in my sleeve. I'm going to hope that there's a pack of wolves not chasing me to hunt me, but to be friends with.
Yeah, wait, that was so cute.
Ray, no pressure again.
Okay.
Just literally people.
Jack? Jack?
Right here, take one. I'm building into the best one.
Jack? Okay, I'm gonna be yapping your ear off.
No.
Wait.
This is really good. All right, look.
No, that's crazy.
Now it's my turn, everybody. Let's go. Let me show you how it's done. Show you how it's done. Infinite Scaler live at Google I.O. I.O. starts now.
It's not too late to join in. We're gonna look at the high
Proteins start
scores
as chains
right
of amino acids.
after
They fold into
this.
patterns like the
Or
alphabet
maybe
and
after
flat
a couple
sections called
rounds,
bases,
because
forming a perfect three-dimensional
who
shape.
knows how far Jack's gonna get.
Good. Rocket ship over. No, I'm locked in. I'm actually locked in.
Or if you're at home on your PC, you can scan the QR code. Double rockets?
Yeah, I rigged it.
You can easily adjust the details
That's crazy.
or even add edits. And the whole scene will be reflected.
Really?
If you see how far Dennis is getting. For
All the
example.
circles under the black hole will equal scroll.
Hey, look at the
Anything that comes canvas,
stairs.
space,
Oh
white,
my
Okay,
Ray.
what is the
Ray.
first step you're doing right now? This is actually so great.
This is not fair right now.
Candy canes. Jack,
I'm going for 100.
who did you actually say?
It's alright, don't worry about it. Well, that was close. Like all the bears and rivers.
Hot air balloon. I like when we place the actually look at the rooms.
Yeah, right? Oh, that was another.
Of course, of course.
This was always at home.
Well, there we go. More food, please. More food.
It was a hard call.
Locked
Today
in.
we looked at the first
Watching
Gemini Monkey Flash.
the
Now they will go back
shipments.
on. We'll back on. We're excited with progress in making, and we'll get into them all back on the
Okay.
You're at 60 or you're 70.
What did you get to 76? Oh, I'm about to pass
I
that
don't
right
know.
now.
You guys
I'm
locked
about to
out.
pass that right now, right?
Okay, you have to try to get 100.
Thanks,
I will.
Huge progress.
Okay.
As generated AI gets
Now,
better,
don't worry.
so
We're
does the need to
playing
make
at
all
home.
that.
When we look at
Research shows
the
people can
board,
correctly identify
it's for
high-quality
you all at
deep
home. I won't be on that.
Only
You
about
know,
2 years ago, we
I've
went
had a lot of,
watermark.
I've had a lot of practice,
Gone to study now
so
watermark. Over
I may or may not have been here on this team yesterday for 2 hours playing.
Millions of
So,
people are using our Synthetics sticker in the
We did
Gemini
get
app to verify
some
AI users. We are now going a step
it's
further
actually getting
and
done
adding
now.
content credential
You're
certification across our
already almost
This
at
will show
100.
you if the origin of the content was AI or a camera. It's been edited
I
to
wonder which country
In
actually
this
might
example,
have
Gemini
getting
can tell if a photo was captured with a pixel camera
Alright.
and then edited in the photo.
Congratulations, you did
We
it.
want more people to have
Golden
easy access to
duck.
tools. So we expand both
Jack?
Synthetics
That's someone
and
at home right now
certification
watching.
to search and
It's
show.
getting dark.
Yes.
You
Okay.
better
Oh,
hurry up.
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Successfully serve and search or write wherever you go and ask what is generated with AI. And you'll get a clear response along
Is
with
that
other
a ship
helpful
in a bottle?
Yeah.
For example, this enables making the rounds on social media last year.
Pigeons.
It's obvious if they
Well,
don't need
Ray,
cameras.
I mean,
Look
It
at
might not
that.
be as clear to everyone else. That's where these tools can be really useful. Of course, it only works at scale. If more
Okay.
one decides to
I
one
think
on
that
only
might
on
be my
this content.
favorite.
NVIDIA signed on to Synthetics last
The
week.
bunnies with
And
the
today I'm thrilled to
boba.
announce that OpenAI, Kakao, and none of that are adopting Synthetics too.
They're at 125 now.
that's cheeseburger
Today
has
to be
lettuce
the
and
progress
tomato
of
on it. That's
Can we get more animals with
Very
clothes
excited
on?
with transparency with AI.
lettuce and tomato
Let's look at the progress we're making with world models.
It's not that
Now,
bad.
let's talk about what's next for our Gemini 3
Uh,
Gemini
they
3
tell
models
me I have to
the
stop
full family
playing
of models.
this. Or maybe you know what? Let's just cancel the keynote and I'll
You've
just
not
keep
seen
playing.
the flash of the daily
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
whatever
we
it
do.
goes.
You've been hard
They
at
would
work
love
on
that.
these models,
They're
especially focused on agent control,
131.
long
I
range tasks,
wish you went
and real world
first.
workflow.
This is
And today I'm
crazy.
excited to introduce Gemini 3.5 Flash.
Okay, wait,
Our
It's
first
getting
and
dark.
model.
All right. Hey,
Combined frontier agents with
142?
that. Two things I would highlight.
Yeah, that was pretty
First,
good.
when you compare to
That's
3.1 Pro,
pretty good.
Flash is better across the board, almost all
Wait, look
benchmarks.
All right,
Made
it's
huge
time
progress
to
in coding.
look at the
And look at the extraordinary jump in
leaderboards.
easy value. A benchmark
Over
that captures many real-world economic
157
value. Second,
countries.
this
This is
3.5 Flash is a
in the
very
last
capable model.
10 minutes.
At the frontier, compared with the best
14,000
models,
people.
but much faster.
That's wild.
Which is why when
That's
you look at
actually a lot of
intelligence
people.
output speed, it's in a whole league of its
Wow,
own
this
in the top
just
quadrant.
happened.
When looking at output tokens per second,
All right,
it's 4
let's
times
check
faster than other
out
frontier models,
top
and it's incredibly
scores.
light to use. The new model has been a game
What?
changer for us
We're on
in
the
We've been
IC
using 3.5 Flash
with
with the reimagined version of our agent plus development platform
248.
Anti-Gravity.
We suck.
Dramatically
How do they
activating
even have that much
In March,
time?
we were processing 500 million tokens a day.
Okay,
internally
that's
for our
I don't know.
That's
We've
actually
been doubling
nuts.
every 2 weeks, and now we're
All
processing
right,
over 3
and
billion tokens
top
a day.
country,
This scale has created a powerful feedback
the
loop.
United States.
Shout out India, 9,567 level scale. Okay.
32,000 points. That's crazy. And then we got Germany,
Really amazing.
Brazil,
Move beyond the
France,
ideal
Mexico,
of
Canada,
the
Poland,
agents
Spain.
These
Hey,
agents
shout out
lower
United
the
Where's
ability
the
to so much that
Philippines?
anyone can build. Even busy
Don't
CEOs.
worry.
In fact,
Next one. Maybe we'll take a look, Ray, at some of the levels that people have made.
When we
too.
launched the anti-gravity
I'm very excited for this. All right, let's see what you guys have made.
First of its kind agent for surface.
Okay, we got a duck with a sweater, fishing,
even more today.
by
You see the
Poppy
diversity of past,
on
preferences, and
Gravy.
ranking product feedback.
Very
We've
cool.
taken all these learnings, and now
Cute.
anti-gravity is massively expanding its suite of agentic capabilities, surfaces,
Those, like-
integrations,
It's like a coral reef.
To start,
Yeah.
we're into the fullest
Little
UI
and the
experience.
enemies with
Anti-gravity
eyeballs.
SDK, native voice support with Gemini audio models, and integrations with any surfaces and platforms, like Android,
Yeah, that's what I was
Firebase,
talking
and Google AI
about.
Studio.
We
That
gotta get
sandwich.
rid of the lettuce and tomato.
So you're
All
a
of this
cheese
available
and
to
meat
provide today.
only kind of guy.
But most importantly, at the core,
That's cute. This is
anti-gravity
my smiley
a new form
science
of development
salon.
that delivers truly on the original glimpse of a
Now
truly
I'm
agent optimized
hungry.
experience.
That
The new
makes sense.
anti-gravity is unabashedly agent-first, focusing on the core
Oh,
agents,
we saw this
agents
one
and artifacts,
on the
and
level.
multi-agent
That's really cool.
Like I said,
Savvy Snowy
unabashedly
Sponge has
agent-first.
made this ship in a
As soon as
bottle with
this is
little
the exact
people
experience
around
easier to
it.
build and to drive massive value. The anti-gravity agent harness, the invisible framework
A
that might form
disco
real-world tasks, has become much more
snail.
powerful. New core primitives with a sub-agent, hooks, and agent-first task management. And underpinning all of
They all
this,
were the
Gemini
shells of disco.
Gemini 3.5 Flash has been co-optimized.
Giant
Yeah.
rock
Yeah.
hand,
Of
asteroid hand
Engineers,
by Posh
researchers, and
Flower.
Hey, I mean,
Plushy
responsible
stuff,
for
yeah.
agent models.
It's pretty cool. I feel like you gotta give it another chance. though.
That's where
Oh, yeah,
agents take on
me?
and consistently
Yeah.
a highly
Okay.
complex and impressive
You gotta get 100.
building working objects.
Okay, yeah, no, I can get 100.
You're
I
surprised
mean,
by what we've done.
people
These
are already
anti-gravity
hitting
program
250.
for plan.
Yeah.
Tackle task your peril sub-agents.
Okay.
Maybe we
Generated,
could
executed, and
review
curated
ourselves.
with very own
Here we
Wow,
go.
look at this crowd. That's awesome.
93 sub-agents
This
working in
is
peril,
crazy.
made over 15,000
Hey, some of y'all out there in the
Bullshit.
sun,
Billion
make sure
tokens.
you put on some
Taking any
sunscreen.
project to the core
Crowd's going all the way back now. Wow.
It's gonna get hot today.
No pressure though. Again, no pressure. literally just some of the most
This is
important
not
people.
possible on Gemini 2.1 stuff. The base of the performance, cost efficiency,
But no
of Gemini 2.5 Flash
Yeah, no
is an
pressure.
entirely functional operating system, consuming less than
Alright, I'm
$1,000
going.
per second.
Again, you
I'm
all at home.
scaling.
You all at home can join up and play right now, Ray. I'm going to challenge you to try to get on that leaderboard. You got to make it up there.
I'm gonna try.
You have to get like
This is
20, I
this.
think.
Developing an OS from scratch is both notoriously brutal. It takes many months to build.
Bunch of crystals.
To build an application, they're fully functioning operating system. The application
I passed the rocket.
Take a
I
slide
passed the
back,
rocket. I didn't need it.
I'm not
I
gonna
didn't need it.
do it.
I'm freaking out,
That's
Jack.
a demo of working operating system. So let's try some fun words. One interesting ability that you can explore as a common type over LS.
Okay.
Last one is
Stay calm.
words. You can see a cool locomotive passing on the screen with anti-gravity logo on it. So clearly, this is a real one.
Rocket.
There you
Big.
go.
Okay.
Someone in the crowd right now is watching, and it's probably already at like 500, and they might just play through the whole show.
I know. I'm curious what the top score is now.
I didn't see any level.
You might have made a
very much
mistake
into
because it was
both
the other
conversations
phone
and all the buttons. Let's take a peek at one of the conversations that I previously had. I was curious for the demo about the one fact about it. So I
Boing, boing,
generate some
boing,
questions,
big
like background, and then
rocket.
finally don't generate the full artifact.
This is the jack luck I was looking for.
You generate some graphics.
You know, we got told backstage that people here in the crowd today are countries all around the world. Hey, where did you guys come in from just from today's event? Did some people yell at me where they're from?
Canada, Canada.
Let's take a peek and see the words.
Okay, I just heard like 40 different countries at once, and it all blended into one. But enjoy the nice weather.
This is like the best head empty type of game.
Hey, wait, you can start the break.
That's all I wanted.
Right?
Oh, doesn't do better. Oh my gosh, I'm so clutch.
Last but not least,
I feel proud. React. You're getting that last week. You're good.
optimize fire mix this word time 12 times faster.
Ah, see this is jump pad, jump pad. This is my last chance.
Starting today.
Oh, it's over for me. It's over for me. It's
the
over.
most complete identical
I
platform.
didn't hit 100.
If I don't get on the Google leaderboard, then Google I am. Here we go.
Power the next project across Google Funds. Today,
Some Google executive backstage is
I want to redo it.
tackle this guy off. Tackle this guy off the stage.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have.
Thanks
I'm gonna wave my hand like
Go.
this.
Yo, Ray.
Alright, lock and
What's
jack.
amazing about that is how Academy is fronting
I'm
everything
so
at less than half the price compared with fronting markets. We've heard that many companies are already going through their budget. Some companies use a mix of SaaS and other fronting models to save a lot of money. To put this in perspective, top companies in Google Cloud are processing about $1 billion tokens a day.
Oh,
If they shifted
We're good.
their workforce from other fronting models to 3.5 cloud, they'd save over $1 billion annually. There is real savings in support
Again, guys,
Gemini
take a look at that link.
available for everyone
Join
today
on in.
across our
Check our
product
country. See if you can get on the high score.
no download
We're also
required,
excited for
which
3.5
was
Pro.
awesome to
You're
hear
using it
because
internally,
I feel
showing
like
great
that's the hardest
improvement.
part.
I know you can't wait to get your hands on it.
Taking the time
Give
to
us until next month to
download
get
the
it.
game, but you don't have to
Gemini
download.
3.5
You
and
can
anti-gravity
if you're
are unlocking a new world of agents and agent
Scan
capabilities.
How's that a bar?
You think bringing agents together for an enterprise is
That
fun?
actually helps.
Now, we're super focused on bringing the power of agents safely and
Nothing. I
securely
was
to consumers
admiring the
so that they work for
flow.
everyone. You will see
Yeah, you
agents
can hit the
displayed
link
across
in the
many of
top
our products
corner.
today. I'm particularly excited
Check
for
it
what you're
out.
bringing right into the Gemini app.
Okay, wait, I'm in
Introducing
my flow
Gemini
stage
Spark.
right now.
It's your
I feel like you have a lot of practice.
It's personal AI that helps you navigate
Oh,
your
I'm
digital
chilling
life,
right now.
taking action on your behalf and under your direction. It runs on dedicated
Bunnies
virtual
in
machines from Google Cloud,
pajamas.
and it's 24/7. And yes, you can close your laptop.
Wolves chasing the little babies.
It's powered by
You're at
Gemini 3.5
57
and the Google
right now.
anti-gravity harness, which allows you to perform all running tasks
The
easily in the
light
background.
is
Spark will integrate seamlessly with Google, starting with our own, and in the coming weeks, third-party tools with
nice.
and you can work with Spark however
Wait, that's the crowd right
in the
there.
Gemini app, or soon through email and chat. Let that job come out and share.
It's a good luck card.
Drag.
Thanks, Sundar. Thanks, everyone.
Is that your spaghetti slide?
That might have been it.
What is that?
Wait,
Was that your room?
That was mine.
We'll talk about that later in the
Oh.
show. But I want to take you
I
to
haven't seen Mika yet.
dashboard with all the different tabs I have going on in that. It allows you to check in on this. Help me say.
Okay.
Let's
It's a straightforward example. It's so useful.
Almost there.
Compile everything out of recent Gemini
Oh,
iPhone
no.
and wins from the last
To disaster.
Bruce
To
slash
disaster.
Bruce
No, you're saying
compile everything. Just go to the bottom, go, email, your chat, grab the most
They-
important information that you need for this update.
My
And
last
also,
chance, right? So I
all
got
of the
locked in.
stuff
Yeah,
is
yeah.
timed to the
You're
last week
almost
with the
to
Slack post.
100.
That's a personal skill that I've written, so you don't sound like me. And what's great is that Spark can upload your favorite skills to find online.
Congratulations.
So
You
we're
did
like
it.
back on the
Thank
I'm
you. Really happy for
Then we
you.
switch over to another one from my personal life. So play the big one.
Wait, that's not a
And you
big
can see here's the
sarcastic
pump
thing.
You want help grabbing all the RSVPs. We're going to list who's bringing what. You're going to see all those users who haven't signed up yet. And what's amazing here is Spark will go through step by step. Look at all these steps all the time as you go through. And again, work across the various skills and aspects you have. And what's really amazing is we're also going to go to the live stream.
Kick us
So
out,
the first one
right?
here, this is a live RSVP tracker.
They're gonna kick us out.
You can see that it shows who's confirmed and who hasn't. What's amazing about this is you'll actually update
Jack,
stuff to Gmail.
you're doing
So when
way
Mail comes
too
in row
good.
8 RSVPs, you'll update. It's pretty amazing. The other thing is it keeps track
How
of
much
all
did
the
you
steps,
practice?
as well as
I may have
all of the
done
lines
one.
that
I may
you
have,
have. So this will happen with the last one, right control, I can send you. And then finally, what's
Fine.
happening, created
Spaghetti
a deck for the block party.
towers.
So it creates right into
People
the
love
perfect
spaghetti.
row. You can see even pull the thing like a giant background. That's going to be in the full set. Now all of this is happening in the background under my control. But the amazing is Gemini can go a step further and pull out
You're
things
at
like your favorite home instance. You'll let you set this up so
Oh my
Friday afternoon,
gosh.
Tuesday. That's fully from the file in my Google Drive. So it's incredibly
This is my
helpful
team
how it
right
pulls it all
now.
together.
This might be the most
Now,
people I've ever
that's what's
played.
working on the
Jack,
Spark is also
so-
based on the
You
and it works across both
could
Android and
beat the crowd.
so here you can see
If
on the
you
phone
hit
here, I'll open it up and
250.
I'll show you the Spark.
Yo.
You see both of the tasks.
I think
and
Unless
Spark
someone
is
else
based
is
on
good by
all
now.
the-
For the record, I think I'm going to do Google go.
If you're super
I think
busy,
that's how that
you
works.
just
I won't let that happen.
score the touchdown and then run.
Yeah,
So
Don't worry, Mr. CEO, I will talk to listen.
The second one, last time that I did with John, my coach Evan's family, my team watched it. The third one, James Dawson, my lifetime disease and but in this school. Categories like my deadline, I was make it easy to digest. I don't want to miss anything. All right, so one thing I did, you can see at the speed of my voice, it's taking that one pass, and we'll capture all of that.
Some people,
It starts out as a single direction, in the background, actually goes to the
but
radio
I'm
down.
pretty sure they're still
Now,
going.
I just put my phone away.
Like, I have a feeling the high school
Working back down.
Yeah.
We'll check in later. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe we'll take another look at the phone and find out.
You can see this is one of the first times we've been able to put a phone down next to person on either stage. Great. Because we're prioritizing safety, we're rolling out the first part of the video. The trusted factory partner, and at a base level, express who I will supervise this.
And you have a
We
rock.
want to use hyperhelp to be in as many hands as possible. So to do that, we'll introduce
How many more do I need?
Ultra plan for
You
$100 a month.
need at least 50. Yeah, at least.
And for those of you that need maximum limits, we're dropping the price for our top tier Ultra plan from $206 to $200.
Wait, that
And there's so much more to cover. Later this summer, Gemini Smart will upgrade to the second
And I
generation
cannot
from
say-
a specific browser and software. It can take action on your tabs, on your
I guess
device.
technically by the
We're also
phone,
building
right?
for your by yourself, Android Pay, which is coming later.
Like our job.
As soon as I said, you
brought
a
me
year
here
to
to
take care of
make
the process,
me
and you can't let go of the Back to the
What?
Thank God. No way to see Gemini Spark getting things
Yeah,
done.
congrats.
Upgrade on all sorts of
36?
things. Really need the potential. But it's still early days. Something we made easy to use. Super secure. Really helpful. That's
Yo,
why
I
I'm
actually
excited
think I
about
was
it.
40?
We're laying the
Hey,
foundation to
everyone
make
at
all
home,
together safe and secure.
you're lucky I can't get on that
Look forward
leaderboard
to
and see
having
for you
more
guys. I
We're
might
firmly in our
have
age of Gemini.
That was
Gemini
the
Spark
record.
I'm
is
actually so curious.
plus
Yo,
3.5
thank
models
you,
and
thank you.
This combination gives us new ways to
It was
activate
a
our
600
and transform our
movement.
lives. I can't wait to see how we
250,
transform
right?
ourselves.
I mean,
Our
look,
ultimate motion.
you know what?
This past year,
I
has
got it.
proven how much innovation fosters life
But at least get that last
and
one
at the end of the day,
in.
the future,
Oh,
search will be more
that's
helpful
crazy.
and faster than ever before. Let me turn it over
And
to
there,
Liz to
we'll
share
take
what's
it.
next.
Thank you, thank you. That was fun. Wait.
20,000 of you
People
have
bring billions
joined
of questions
in.
every
That's
day.
so
No,
many
sometimes the whole
people.
world is searching for the same thing.
Free
But we're all-
country.
Do you think the leaderboard has changed?
Let's
That's
see.
why we
Let's
set
see
out
if we
to
can
make
do
it
it.
possible.
Alright.
Made it.
You close your windows?
Yeah, been on the journey to bring together
259.
the best of
Let's
the
see
position with the best
if
AI.
they beat in your
We
score.
started this transformation with AI overviews. And if you can believe it, it was just last year on the stage. that we
What?
launched AI. Now it's our most powerful
How
platform,
did you
bringing
have
our most
the
advanced Gemini
time?
models. And as of today,
We just
we're upgrading it to Gemini
started.
5.5.
Oh, no. Someone check that person's phone.
Now, as Thunder mentioned, AI mode is
Okay,
okay, 1
maybe
billion
that's
monthly
just
users.
Gemini.
Recently,
We're seeing phenomenal growth. With AI
Wombat
mode
from
doubling every
the
quarter.
United States.
As people have learned
Congratulations,
to
being
more
number one
they
right
started
now.
bringing more questions.
And then
So much
Okay,
so that
top
software
countries.
is all-time high. But what's even more remarkable,
Of course, United States.
Wow, okay.
Where did you get that from?
74,000 points.
We're having real
That's
conversations with
insane.
friends.
India.
Okay, don't talk to me.
Shout out.
United Kingdom, Germany,
Rather than
Brazil.
building an itinerary for hiking day trips near
So
me.
cool.
Great
France,
things,
Canada,
documenting,
Mexico,
lunch boxes,
Poland, and
cooking.
Spain round
And
out
now
our
we're
top
entering the next
10.
chapter of research.
That was
I
so
can't
cool
believe how
to
many
see.
people
Jump
jump
in. AI
in.
search. Through and through.
That was amazing.
Now, AI search that brings
Well,
together
look,
the most advanced
guys,
Gemini
that is
models,
it from
unlimited
us.
capabilities,
Thank you so
and a
much.
full
That was a
browser
lot of
Yes,
fun.
that
With
was
over 1 billion apps updated.
awesome.
Billions of
Have a
users
great
every
day, you
day.
guys, and
It
enjoy
connects
the
us
show.
instantly. Human perspective.
Enjoy the rest of my
So
Bye, everyone.
Into the web, into the app, anything. Now to start, I'm excited to announce the launch of a brand new intelligent search box. Before, search box was a space, but now it's fully reimagined with AI. It expands with your curiosity. And as you ask, search helps you formulate your questions with AI-powered suggestions. This goes beyond autocomplete. It offers nuances that you might not have even thought to add, helping you take the exact question in your mind and answer it. This new search box puts our most powerful AI tools right at your fingertips. And you can ask across modalities, text, images, files, video, and search reasons across them all. Now, this is the biggest upgrade for iconic search box since its debut over 25 years ago, and it's starting to roll out today. Next, we're making it even easier to continue the conversation search, bringing AI overviews and AI modes into one seamless AI search experience. So you can flow effortlessly with your questions, you can respond to the main search results page to follow up from the answer. And your context changes. As your conversation gets deeper, your links and resources get even more relevant to what you might want to explore. So you continue to get the best of AI and the best of the web. And I'm excited to share this new seamless AI search experience live today across desktop and mobile worldwide. Next, we just first under Dr. Our agent with the potential of the field now. Now we're taking an exciting step with the vision. We will be able to create and manage multiple AI systems for your many tasks right in the center. We're entering the era of search engines. Now to start, you can set information agents to work for you 24/7 in the background. They can find you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it, and help you take action. You can set up multiple agents to search simultaneously to get updated and make progress on all those things that matter to you. And this will work with and alongside Gemini Plus to help you get more done. So let's review it. Say you're in finance and you want to know more about big biotech stocks. You want to know what fees on your team, positive cash flows, and low debt, right when it matters. Now you can just ask all that, and your agent is off. It'll take your super complex questions and map out a plan. It determines urgency, getting what you really need in the moment in doubt. And this is triggered to look up information as it changes, and fix the tools and data hubs you need for the job. Connect directly to our real-time finance data, so you get up-to-the-second updates on stock prices and insights on the market, the moment you need. Now when it does, your agent has an intelligent synthesized update. It helps you understand what's going on, so you can separate the signal from the noise. And it points you to hyper-relevant content, like the crowdsourced research platforms, news sites, and social. This helps website creators get fresh content discovered by people who really care about it, when it matters most to them. Now, let's say you're partner hunting. You can do a total breakdown of what you're looking for.
with all your criteria, like location and natural light and availability. Your agent will continuously scan the entire web across sites, social, and forums. Or if you're a sneaker fan, you can just ask to be updated when any of your favorite athletes announce new collab events. And it monitors everything from blogs to shop drafts, so you don't miss out. Now you'll be able to put information agents to work for you this summer. Just ask search to keep you updated on whatever you want to do. Now information agents are among the first of many agents we're introducing in search to make it more helpful for you. So whether you want to find it, check it, book it, buy it, or more, search will be able to get it done. Now we're also bringing agentic coding to search, so it can build you custom experiences just for your questions. To show you how this works, here's Robbie.
We believe the best version of search is one created just for you. It's a search that gives you information in the most helpful format for your question. And we've spent years perfecting this. So if you're shopping, we give you products. Asking about data, you see charts. Looking for inspiration, you get beautiful visuals. Now, we're taking this to a whole new level. We're bringing anti-gravity and agentic coding capabilities of Gemini 3.5 Flash right into search. So search can build you the ideal format exactly for your question, completely custom on the fly. We're talking dynamic layouts, interactive images, entire experiences, all created just for you. This is agentic coding at the scale of search. To give you an example, say I'm a college student trying to wrap my mind around astrophysics. I can go to search now and just ask, how do black holes affect space-time? Check this out. I get this interactive visual right in the AI overview. Search now gets where a concept is complex. I need to interact with it to really understand it. But this is still kind of 101. So I'm going to follow up and say, now show me how two orbiting objects like binary black holes create gravitational waves. Search dynamically builds a brand new interactive visual in real time, completely custom for my specific question. And now I can play with the parameters like orbital separation and mass ratio. So cool. I can see how wave patterns change, and now the smaller black hole spirals around the bigger one. And now that I get the basics, I can dive into these resources here and read things like the LIGO discovery papers to learn more. Now, you might be wondering, how can search actually build custom UI like this for billions of unique questions? With Gemini 3.5 Flash, search plans the ideal response from scratch. It designs the layout, decides what custom components to build, fans out to do the research, and then finally deploys the code. To build custom components like these in response, search invokes an agentic coding harness powered by anti-gravity. So it can read and write files and execute code in a secure, containerized environment. This is the same tech you saw Varun build, full OS with, and we're bringing that power right in search. Generative UI with anti-gravity is rolling out to search this summer for everyone, free of charge. So whatever it is you want to understand, whether you're wondering how your watch actually works, analyzing the cost of a new commute, or so much more, you'll get responses as unique as your questions. Now, let's take this a step further. Some projects are one-off questions, they're ongoing tasks. So search now has the ability to help you create entire custom stateful experiences, tools, trackers, dashboards. I think of these sort of like building my own little mini apps with search, and I've been making a ton of them. And they're especially awesome for those long-running tasks where you want to keep them back, like planning a wedding or managing your home move. So, what do you think? Can we build one together? Yeah? All right, let's do a demo. So I'm constantly trying to figure out on Thursday what it is I should do with my family every weekend. And so here's a search I actually did about fun things to do with my family this weekend. And of course, you get great responses here from AI Mode. But here's something new. Search proactively offers to build a weekend planner for me. And so when I just saw Search create generative UI and interactive visuals completely from scratch, Search can code this up right now. Let's do it. Alright, so for the sake of today's demo, we thought you might want to see a peek under the hood. So as this builds, you're going to see real-time thinking steps and code generation flowing in. And here, Search is thinking about the right components to build, not just what information to fetch, but the best way to present it. And I've chosen to really connect Gmail, photos, and calendar, so it's using personal intelligence to make my suggestions even more helpful. That means referencing Gmail receipts, calendar, and much more personalized. And boom, there it is. Looks like it's ready. Alright, got a beautiful planner, already taken into account driving times and weather. And Search knows I have 2 kids, and that they love animals, and my oldest is learning to play chess. So actually, the second one here is kind of awesome for my oldest, so I'm going to go ahead and report that. But you know, 2 kids, gotta make them both happy, so I'm going to log in the Happy Hollow Parking Zoo birthday. And because this syncs to my calendar, you can see it's already blocked off my afternoon to meet a friend to watch this game down here. And below it's got all these cool restaurant reservations and beautifully laid out on maps. Now, having seen this a little bit, I kind of want the map to be higher up. And also, my wife and I try to do Friday date night, so I'm going to keep customizing this. And just for the sake of speed, I'm going to paste in here one more question to add Friday night date each week and move it to the top. And just like before, it's thinking through what's needed to adjust the planner, looking up real-time information, even checking my preferences again. Wow, so fast. So it's able to use all kinds of information from Google to build this on the fly. Now, you can see the map right at the top, and Friday date night tab right here. So I can scroll down and see all of these really great places that the babysitter arrives, restaurants. So I'll go ahead and select it, and we're ready to go. Now, the weekend plan is not complete until I get my wife Danielle's seal of approval. So I can share this app with her, which I'm going to do right here. And sounds good? Okay, now I'm actually going to pull it up on her phone. When I send this to her, this is exactly what she's going to see on her phone. Alright, so Danielle is in, but it also looks like she might have some feedback from me right now, but we're going to deal with that a little bit later. So all I have to do is say, okay, add it to my calendar, Search will add it to all of our family calendars, and we're ready to go. And next weekend, I'm going to come back and we get my family just like this. So we're bringing anti-gravity into Search to look at generative UI this summer. Starting with subscribers, we'll be able to custom build experiences just like this in the coming months. From search agents to agentic coding, this is an AI search that does more for you, whatever your question. Agentic capabilities are going to transform all the ways you use search, including how you shop. To tell you more, here's video.
With the incredible advancements of AI, we are entering a whole new era. We've been building the foundation for e-commerce, and now we're bringing that future right to you. People shop across Google over 1 billion times a day. And for years, we connected you with brands and retailers to help you get exactly what you're looking for. It's not about shopping browse, the world's most comprehensive catalog of products. It now has over 60 billion listings, and they're constantly updated. Combine the scale of the shopping graph with our advanced Gemini models, and you get entirely new ways to shop. It's more powerful, more intelligent, and more fun. Now, when it comes to agentic commerce, we are focused on delivering 3 key building blocks to make this future a reality. First, the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP for short. UCP does for agentic commerce what HTTP did for the web. It gives agents and systems a common language. It's an open source standard that allows all the key players to work across the entire shopping journey. That means it makes everything from product research to checkout to shipment tracking totally seamless. And we've been thrilled to see the entire industry rally behind it. We co-developed and launched UCP with an incredible group of founding partners, and recently welcomed Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Salesforce, and Stripe. They're going to help steer this as the open standard. It may very well be the first time we all agree on something. And now we're bringing UCP to even more verticals like hotels and local food delivery providers, and to YouTube and more products. We're also expanding UCP powered experiences on Google products in more regions like Canada, Australia, and the UK in the coming months. That brings us to our second building block, the Agent Payments Protocol, or APP. So when it comes to agentic payments, the number one question we hear is, how do I know it just won't go out and buy something I don't want? Want to type it in? It's a fair question, and it's why we created it. It's designed for your AI agent to securely make payments on your behalf, but always under your control. For us, it comes down to two things: setting boundaries and ensuring accountability. First, let's talk about boundaries. We are now making it easy to set strict guardrails. Just tell your agent the specific brands and products that you want and how much you want to spend. It automatically makes a purchase if the criteria are met. But boundaries only work if there's accountability. APP creates a transparent, verifiable link between you, the merchant, and all the payment processors. It uses privacy-preserving technology to keep your data safe, and with tamper-proof digital mandates, APP ensures the agent is always acting on your behalf and gives you a permanent digital paper trail. So if you ever need to make a return, you and the merchant are looking at the same record. Your payment info stays shielded, the data stays private, and your purchases stay secure. We'll begin bringing AP2 to Google products in the coming months, starting with Gemini Spark. So these four protocols are powering the foundation of this new era, which brings us to our final building block of agentic commerce. I am excited to announce the Universal Cart, a truly intelligent shopping cart. It works across merchants and across services. You'll be able to add things to your cart when you're browsing search, chatting with Gemini, watching YouTube, or even reading your email. The moment you add a product, your cart goes to work for you in the background. It finds deals, look at price drops, insights from price history, and alerts you when something is flashy stock. It all runs on a Gemini model, so your cart gets even smarter as the models improve. So just think of it as shopping with superpowers. Now another game changer is how to apply intelligent reasoning. Let's say you're building your first custom PC. You see a motherboard with great reviews and just add that to your cart. Now you already picked out a processor, but what you didn't realize is that the processor needs a motherboard with a different type of socket.
Take a second to realize how far we've come.
Next, my favorite feature is how the cart can actually find
Empowered by all the things we've made together.
How many people have looked at a problem and then been bold enough to say, I can solve it?
I'm staring at a future we all get to decide.
AI has the ultimate tool to solve all the world's most complex scientific problems.
We're taking flight.
Or you can start your site, straight to the retailer site, and then write there. I'm excited to announce that
Every one of us is packed
across search and the Gemini app to come out with YouTube and Gmail to follow.
The potential to make anything we can dream of.
I do not know personally how to code, but given the option to create something just opens up so many doors for me as an educator. I discovered Gemini to help me with a lot of things, from menus to marketing and inventory.
But in a world where anything is possible,
We're really pushing at this big mission to solve all disease. This is huge, but we have a profoundly new technology in our hands.
what matters is what we choose to build.
Hi, my name is Matthias. My brother's training me in this AI system.
So, let's not just read it. Let's make something that matters.
All right, hi everyone, it's great to see you again. And you've already seen some amazing breakthroughs this morning. And we're just getting started. We have a lot more to show you in the Gemini app, so let's jump right in.
Excited to be
For the
back
last
from
summer,
the
Gemini has
CSIO.
had incredible momentum. More than 900
I think
million
it's been
users
an
are coming to the Gemini app
incredible year.
every month. And a big part of that growth
All
is
of
how
the
fast we
relentless
ship.
shipping,
A year ago, none of these features
the
existed.
rapid
And
advances
now,
in
Gemini has become
technology.
the ultimate creative tool for everyone.
It's been a
You can
period of
create images,
hyper
videos, and
progress.
music in ways people never thought were possible.
I've
We
definitely
made Gemini
felt
more
it
tailored with
myself.
personal
It's been
intelligence,
an
allowing you
intense
to securely
year.
connect your Gmail, photos,
Here's
and other
a
apps
look
to
at
get
what
customized
I've
help.
been
And just last
up
week, we
to.
expanded personal intelligence to users around the world directly in the app. Millions of people are using it every single day. They found it so helpful for things like
Okay, I
personalized
wish
product
this was
recommendations,
my
trip
year.
recommendations, or acting as a thought partner for navigating
Actually,
big
the
decisions
one of
like
me
a career
plugging
change.
in the
Or in my case,
TPU is
finding
pretty
a bunch of tires
accurate.
for our super cool minivan that's going to be at that block. We made Gemini preferred
So
for
there's
students
still
also
more
last
work
year.
to do
You can
before
use it to
it's
create
in
guided
space.
learning,
We are working
generate
on
practice
that.
tests, and even use dedicated notebooks to keep
On
all
a
your notes and
serious
assignments
note,
in one place.
it's been an
And these same notebooks
extraordinary
sync
moment.
directly to Notebook LM. Just on its own,
It's been
Notebook
10
LM has
years
now been
since
used to
we
create more than
pivoted the
1.5
company to
billion
be AI
notebooks,
first.
podcasts, slide decks, and more, turning
We
complex
knew
information
how
into easy to
profound
understand knowledge.
AI would
And as
be
you heard from
to
Cedar earlier,
advancing
we're
our
rolling out our
mission
new Gemini 3.5
and
flash model, which
improving
is unlocking
people's
the new set
lives
of
at
features that I'm going to show
scale.
you today. All of this
This is
happening
why
in Gemini
we are
app. It's
taking
now
a
available in more than
differentiated,
230 countries and
full
over 70
stack
languages,
approach to AI
making Gemini
innovation.
the most widely available AI system.
From our custom silicon and secure foundation
Gemini
our
is becoming that
world-class
universal assistant people are
research and
turning to.
models,
It's designed for their everyday lives.
to
And
our
speaking of design,
products
that
and
brings us to the first
platforms
of our
that
3 big
reach
updates today.
billions of people.
Today, I'm excited to announce that we've completely
This
redesigned the Gemini
approach
experience
enables
from the
us
ground
to
up.
iterate
From
and
the moment we
innovate
opened it,
faster,
we greeted you with a stunning new
and
design
it's
language we
lighting
call
up
neural
every
stress
part
testing.
of the company.
We've added fluid animations,
What's
vibrant colors,
really
and using
incredible
products,
is
haptic
how
feedback
people are
throughout the app.
using our AI.
But we all know that good design isn't just about how
Students
it looks.
prepping for
Good design
final
is about
exams
how it
with the
works.
Gemini
So we've
app.
involved the entire experience. We've made it easier
Musicians
to
and
discover,
artists
generate,
using
and work
generative
with
AI
videos
models
with
like
built-in
Lyri
tools
and
to
Veo
easily remix. And
as
we've
part
completely
of their
transformed Gemini
creative
Live
flow.
experience. It now opens up immediately
Developers
and
coding
soon
and
we'll be able
bringing
to
their
create a regional
ideas to
dialect
life.
that resonates with you.
I've been using
You've got a right
Gemini
good
in a
mix of
myriad
different
of
accents
things.
talking about like this one from Liverpool.
Recently,
हमारे
I've
भारत
been
देश में
turning
सार्वभौमिक
to
बोली
Gemini
जाए
to
एक
make
जेमिनाई
sense of
उनमें
my
कई और नई
parents'
बोलियां भी बात कर
documents.
सके से जैसे अपनी भाकर
I'm
हरियाणवी
sure many of
Meu
you have
irmão,
done
todo
it
brasileiro
yourself.
sabe que o português aqui do Rio é bem
These
diferente.
stories of how people
All
are
right, pretty
using AI are the best measure of progress.
We'll be rolling out these and many more
To
regional dialects in
understand
the
the
coming
scale
weeks.
at which
And my
people
favorite
are
part
adopting
is how we
AI,
handle model responses.
there's
with our
another
new
great
neural stress
processing,
design language.
tokens.
That's where it really comes to life. You
The
won't see the formal
fundamental
text.
units of data
Instead,
our
Gemini will
models
carefully lay out its
process,
response
many
in real time,
representing a
just for
problem
you,
being
like
solved.
generative UI you saw in search.
2
As you
years,
scroll, you might see
we were
interactive images that are
processing
custom generated by Gemini. You can drill into
9.7
them like this
trillion
and store
tokens a
information
month
at an entirely
across
new
the
level.
surface is
You
a
might even see
huge
timelines
number.
that you can quickly skim or embed videos.
Last year
So
at
whether you're
I/O,
dark mode or
that
light
grew to
mode,
about
the entire experience feels
480
fluid
trillion
and futuristic
tokens.
and incredibly natural.
And
Best of
fast
all,
forward
neural
to today,
expression
that
is rolling
number
out
has
globally
jumped
on Android,
7
iOS,
times
and the
to
web starting right
3.2
now.
quadrillion tokens per month.
With a completely redesigned Gemini app as a new base, we can go even further with Gemini's creative abilities. And that's update number 2. Gemini Omni is coming right into the
Never
Gemini app with
imagined
paid
I'd
subscribers
say
today.
quadrillion
It's going to let you
in
bring your ideas to
IoT.
life using any
But there
combination
we
of
are.
text, images, and video inputs.
Now, some
And
out
I've been
there
using
might
it.
call
It feels
this
like the nano
token
banana for
maxing.
video moment is here.
And this
It's never been so
probably
easy to create and edit videos.
some
Let's see how
truth
this plays
to
out in the real world. I want to meet
I
Sashi.
still
She's
think
working on a new
it
song. She
tells
wants
an
to create a quick
important
video teaser.
story
So she shares the raw video.
about our product,
She adds some reference
how
visuals to
others
it.
are
And now
building
Signal
as
Stuff, she
well.
can transform the style of her video. Maybe even switch
Especially
the
our
camera into a
developers.
360-degree shot. And Gemini
Over
puts it all together for you.
8.5
Let's take a look
million
at
of
what it
you
looks
are now building new apps and experiences with our models monthly. And our model APIs are now processing around
As you can
19
see,
billion
Omni understands
tokens
the
per
physics of
minute.
her movement. It intelligently layers those
Over
effects in
the
the real world
past
without losing the soul of her
12
shot.
months,
Creating, remixing,
over
editing videos that never lose.
375
So whatever vision is in
customers,
her head,
each
she can now use Gemini
process
to make
more
it
than 1 trillion
Google AI
tokens,
Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers
representing
around the world
incredible
can try
demand
Gemini
for
Omni
AI
today,
across
right
the
now.
industry. We are, of course, also seeing
The third update
incredible
today is about
demand
how agents
across
are
our
coming to Gemini.
products.
This is a
We
big
now
shift for
have
Gemini because
13
agents don't just
products
answer
with over
questions,
a
they
billion
proactively
users
work on
each.
your behalf. And to show you what this is,
5
I'm going
of
to introduce
those
one of our newest
have
out-of-the-box
more than
agents
3
called Daily
billion
Brief.
users.
It's a personalized digest that's designed to be your first stop every morning. Here's how it works. You can see here that it synthesizes information from across my inbox, my calendar, my tasks. It's finding the most
Our
important things for you to be
Gemini
aware of.
models
And I totally can forget these
are
things
a
like that
big
returning that book.
reason
It's
more
not just
people are using
summarizing
our
the data.
products
It organizes it
and
by
why
topic. It's
they are
even suggesting
using
the
our
next step.
products more.
And with this travel info, I
It
can
all
just take the next
starts
step
with
right now.
search,
All of
which
it is
brings
super
the
concise in
benefits
this
of
morning digest.
generative
It's
AI
great for
to
skimming.
more people than
And I can't
any
wait
other
to try it out.
product in the
The
world.
Daily Brief is rolling out today.
AI
Also, Google AI
overviews
Plus
now
Pro
has
Ultra
over
subscribers starting right here
2.5
in the
billion
US.
monthly
And that's just the help you're
users.
going to get before breakfast.
And AI mode
Beyond
has
the Daily
been a
Brief, we're allowing power
revelation,
users
our
to create their
biggest
own
upgrade
custom
to
workflows
search
with Gemini
ever.
Spark, like I showed you earlier.
People love
You
it.
remember at the
In
beginning of
just
the
a
show, we said
year,
a few fast stops. So let's
it's
go check in on
already
them. See how they
surpassed
completed.
1 billion
And
monthly
you remember, when I
users.
did this earlier, I did it from the phone. So we
When
actually
people
pulled it up on
use
the
our
laptop to show how
AI-powered
this syncs across.
features in
And if I
search,
open up here on the laptop,
they
you can
use
see it's
search
subdivided
more.
those 3 tasks right here.
I
1, 2,
love
3.
how
And
search
it's
has
actually got a
become
really
less
nice feature.
about
There's certain
individual
tasks that will
queries
actually ask for your input.
and
So you can
feels
approve it.
more
Sometimes
like
you go
an
off and do things you
ongoing
don't want. But I'm checking this one here. This is our school year
giving
planning
you
checklist.
deeper
And I asked it to
insights
create a doc, all the things that you want to forget
and
between
connecting
now
you
and the
with the
year.
vastness of
And so I'll open this one up. And what's amazing about it is it
Another
takes advantage
place
of all the
we've
Google
been
Docs together.
rapidly
So I can
innovating is
immediately
in the
click it and
Gemini
see a
app.
checklist here for our various
Last
things, all
year at
subdivided
I/O,
like this.
the Gemini
And here we
app
go
had
one by one.
400
The
million
the activity,
monthly
the color
active
coding,
users.
all integrated in one spot.
Today we
Pretty
have
incredible how
surpassed
it's designed.
900 million, more
Now,
than
what comes across
doubling
all
in a
these
year.
cases is that we want to make agents easy to use and safe and secure. As a reminder, Spark can start rolling out instruction sets this week. We're planning to roll out this data. The Google AI
In the
Voice Subscriber
same
next
time,
week.
daily
We'll be
requests
bringing
have
a version
grown
of Spark
over
also to
7
Gemini
times.
Workspace, to Workspace, as well as
Incredible
Gemini
growth.
Enterprise. And this is
We've
just
been adding a lot of
we've got
unique
a packed
features
roadmap
like
features. We'll be
personal
shipping throughout the
intelligence,
summer. It's going to be amazing.
which makes
I'm really excited about the
responses more
in-studio integrations.
customized
That's going to
and
enable Spark to handle so many tasks in
And
ways that
today,
are more proactive
more
and
than
powerful.
50
And
billion
that
images
Spark
have
will be
been
able to put that on your
generated with
calendar.
our
See it here on
Nano Banana
Snapchat
model.
for your kids' t-ball game on Saturday.
It was a
They can go ahead
breakout
and proactively
start
set up
this
an
past
Instacart
year.
on its
I
own,
know
so
you
you
all
don't
have
forget
been
those snacks.
funning,
It'll even alert to
having
pick
a lot
snacks
of
to go
fun
out
with
message.
it.
And we have this incredible
Beyond
lineup
the
of partners
Gemini
that are coming.
app,
They'll be integrating this
we're also
over the
having
summer.
much more
Now, I
natural
know I've promised just
conversations
3 updates,
with
so we have one
Gemini
more.
directly
Last
inside
month, we dropped
many
Gemini
of
out for
our
macOS.
products.
Here it is on the screen. It's gorgeous. This is a
Recently,
small team
Maps
that built
got
this
its
native app from
biggest
scratch
upgrade
using
in a
anti-gravity.
decade,
They did over 100 features in less than
including a
100
new
days.
feature called
Now,
Ask
2 weekends
Maps.
ago, we were hacking on the Mac app, and we came up with something cool.
People
I
are
wanted to see
using
it in
it
the show.
to
You
ask
want to see it
more
live?
complex
All right.
and much longer
We got a
questions.
big summer trip coming up, and
Here's
we've got
a
like
real
10 for our
query
2
from
dogs.
a parent.
And here's a picture of our 2 dogs.
My
There's Hank,
kid
looking
just
good,
fell
and
into
Louis
the
Sin,
duck pond,
one of the most interesting names
and
for a
the
dog.
wedding starts in
What do
30
we do?
minutes.
And remember, we have to go to a new kennel. There's lots of things.
Where can I walk
Allergies,
and buy
vaccines,
a
all the
new
history you have to pull together. It's so painful. And so what you
I'd
can do
like
with
to
this
hear how that
on
turned
Gemini
out.
on macOS is actually take a look at a bunch of documents.
We're also bringing
You'll be able
this
to select them all,
conversational
and
AI
then long
to
press
2
the
more
function key
products.
and just dictate the email.
First,
So what's
ask
something like this?
YouTube. People
Hi
come
there.
to
I need to do a
YouTube
short
every
boarding
day
stay
to
for my 2
ask
dogs,
a
Louis
lot
Sin
of
and Hank,
questions.
starting this Thursday.
A
We know
lot
actually
of
this Friday.
great
They've
videos.
never stayed with you before, but they're very social.
Sometimes
And
it's
also,
hard
you
to know
turn
where
these
to
files into a
start.
table with their details,
Ask
allergies, recent
YouTube
vaccines, and make this
entirely
email sound friendly.
reimagines
So make it
the
a good first impression.
Say you want
I'm
to
going to
teach
release a
your
function.
3-year-old
You can see
how
Gemini
to
speaking
ride
at the
a
bottom here
pedal
on this
bike,
MacBook. What it's done is
and they
because I
already
selected those
know how
files
to
and
ride a
find
balance
using its
bike.
multimodal understanding, it can go
Just
through
ask
the PDF,
YouTube.
it can go through these images of their
You will see a
invoices, and it's
couple
all
of
controlled by my
differences
voice.
in results.
So it can actually take all that complex
The
information. Look at that,
information
there it
is
is. It's got a
digestible
table in line.
and easy to navigate. You get an
It's also so
overview
amazing
and
because it
helpful
corrects. Remember I
tips.
said Thursday, no, scratch that Friday.
You
It
will
picks up
see
that. It
videos
automatically
that
cleans up
best
my
match
email.
your interests.
This is the power of what
So
Gemini
if
can
you
do
want to
using
try a
this.
specific
These
method
new
of
voice
teaching,
capabilities and
you
Gemini
can
Spark
go
will be
deeper
coming to the
there.
Mac app this summer as well.
And best of all, it jumps right to the part of the video
And
most
so there it
relevant
is.
for
Today
you.
has been a jam-packed Gemini day.
Brings
We've
back
completely
memories
redesigned
of
the entire
teaching
experience
my
with
kids
Neural
to
Express.
ride.
We're shipping the brand new Gemini
It
Omni
remembers the
3.5 flash model
context, so
with
you can
3.5
follow up
soon,
with questions
and you can now
like,
put
should
Gemini
I buy
to
one
and it'll
with
keep working
handbrakes
for
or
you
pedal
even while you
brakes,
sleep, thanks to new features like the
making
daily
it an
brief from Gemini
ongoing
Spark.
conversation.
All of this gets us closer to our vision
It
of
even
universal
lays
system
out the
that's personal,
information in a table,
proactive,
so
and
it's
powerful in
easy
daily
to
life.
compare.
So whether you're a student, a busy
We
parent,
are
or a
starting
small
to
business
test
owner, we look
Ask
forward to what you're
YouTube
going to
now,
do with
and
Gemini.
it'll roll
Thank
out
you.
broadly in the
I'm
US
Holly,
this
and
summer.
we moved from Korea to the US in 2005.
So far,
Food has always been something we love to do in our family. So I decided to open a restaurant. But running a restaurant, so hard.
so far
I
we've
discovered
shown
Gemini could help me with a lot of
conversation
things.
text queries.
From menus to marketing,
For a lot of
budgeting,
times,
and
I want to
inventory.
get
How much
things
system
done
did
at
I
the
order
speed
last
of
month?
my
Last
work.
month you ordered 5 gallons. I
There
even
is
ripped
much
down
more
a website with
possible
automatically and
thanks
stitched
to
to include a custom
technical
tab
leads
for
in our
office
audio
solution. But
model.
one day, we needed to find a
A
dishwasher
new
very last
feature
minute,
called
and that was my
Docs
aha
Live
moment. I wanted to
takes
help
this
small
to
businesses
another
and
level.
people find each other faster. So
To
I got us all
create a
together,
doc
and
with
we used
Gemini
Gemini models
before,
to build
you'd
an
have to
inclusive
type
hiring
up a
platform called
really
Work Onward.
precise
And we did
prompt.
what other job sites are not
With
doing.
Docs
We
Live,
translated job postings and it made it
just
possible to
verbally
post
break
jobs
down
just by text.
whatever is on
It
your
helps break down
mind
barriers for those
and
who
let
aren't tech
Gemini
savvy
do
and
the
help people
rest.
find their place.
Let's see it in action with the demo from
Our
our
Little Tool
product
is a
team.
now platform used by over
This
13,000
is all
people
in
in New York
real
City.
time,
It's
not
about honoring
sped
the
up.
dignity of workers and small businesses, and I think that's the power of AI.
All right, let's try this out. So I just remembered I'm doing an alumni talk for my high school's career day tomorrow. I need to come up with some talking points to explain what I do for a living as a software
But the
engineer,
real breakthrough
but I'm
isn't
not really
technology,
sure where to
it's what
start.
you do with it. Whether you're a designer, an
Oh,
entrepreneur, or an
actually,
artist, our
can you
product
just
helps
pull
bridge
my
the gap between the
resume
moment you
from
have an idea and the
Drive?
moment you create it.
Although
At its
that
best,
might be
technology
boring.
is a canvas for human creativity. And
Maybe
today,
can you come
I
up
will
with
dive
some
into 3
funny
products that help you bring your
analogies
ideas
so
to
it'll
life.
be more of an
Let's start with
engaging
the
talk
one
for the
that's powered by
students?
Banana and gives you
Oh, and
even more
also,
creative
I
control.
think the school
Introducing
sent me
Google
an
Pixel, a new
email.
product in Google Workspace.
I think the subject
Pixel
is
is our
something
image
like
creation editing tool that
career
helps you
day
create just
logistics.
about
Maybe
anything.
just grab the
From party
details
flyers
from
to
there,
infographics.
throw them at
With
the top of
creative
the
controls
doc so I know where to go
Watch how
and what
easy
time to
this is.
get there.
You start with a base image as your canvas.
Let's
And
just
what's really
update
cool
those
is that this
requirements
understands
and
your
turn this
creations
straight into a
and how the
draft.
objects work together. You can hover over an element and click to remove it. Or you can resize an object to fit the frame. Once the layout is set, you can add or edit text and translate all of it with just a few clicks.
This is cool, but it's a little dense.
Pretty
Maybe
cool.
format the analogies
Every
as a
output from our creative
table
tools,
so it's a
including
little
text, is
easier for
watermarked
me
with
to
this ID.
scan.
And Pix
And
is rolling
also
out this
add a
summer.
note to tell the story about how my brother inspired me to become a software engineer.
But what if you want to
Sort of
work
at the
on
top
images?
of my
Maybe
doc
you want to design
and
an app
bold it
or
so I
website.
don't miss it.
Now you can build UI at the speed of thought. Teams across Google use our design product called Stitch to turn rough ideas into beautiful UI designs. But it's not just us. In the last year, the world generated over 100 million UI streams. And to continue that momentum, today we're introducing new ways to design. Let's look at how it works. My friend Tyler and Jenny are two companies, and they have a ton of experience with people. I had no experience
In the
designing
future,
websites.
you'll be
With a
able
single
to
prompt,
create
six
new
will go to work,
docs
generate
and
nice
edit
UI
them
live.
directly, all
Now, this is
with
just the
your
first
voice.
pass. But if they want to refine it,
Docs Live is
collaborate with
rolling out
real
for
time,
Pro and
either by
Ultra
writing prompts or
subscribers
using
this
their voices.
summer. And the
For example,
same
they can jump in and
powerful
say,
voice
make the header text
capabilities
larger,
will come to
and update the menu
Gmail
to highlight more
and
key
Google
options.
Keep Then
And the layout updates in real time. And because Stitch links to many tools, they can export their design code or launch their website. Is that the future?
Incredible to see the pace of innovation rolling out across our products. Supporting all of this at scale for our users, while also serving enterprises and developers around the world, requires massive investments in infrastructure. And we've been investing for today and for the future. In 2022, we were spending $31 billion annually in CapEx. This year, we expect that number to be about 6 times that, approximately $180 to $190 billion. A key part of this investment is our custom silicon. A decade ago, we announced our very first commercial tensor processing unit, or TPU, on this I/O stage.
Today, millions of people
Since then,
are using
we
it to
have
create images, films, and
transformed
music
how the
in ways they never
industry
could
builds
before.
for AI.
And to build on that progress,
We
we're rolling out
recently
Jump
announced our
a new
8th
agent,
generation
custom
of
tools, and
TPUs
music
at
remixing.
Cloud Next. For the first time, we have taken a dual-chip approach to specialized architectures
Take a look at this raw
for
footage.
training and
I love how this
inference,
person is
CPU 80
His
and
presence is
8i.
Casey. Let's not
While
use
they
any of
may
that.
look
With a
similar,
simple prompt
they're
style
actually
reference,
pretty
Omni allows
different.
us to transform the environment
80
and
is
visual effects
optimized
of any
for
other element,
large-scale
all while preserving
pre-training,
the original performance.
and it's nearly
And now,
3
we
times
even
the
add
raw
the characters
computing
while
power
maintaining
of our
everything else
previous
we've seen.
generation. We have taken a fundamentally different approach with our
Next,
training
let's look at our second big
infrastructure.
update. A new agent in
With
Google
jacks
Cloud.
and
Until
pathways,
today,
our
Google
training
only
is
execute
no
1,000
longer
times.
constrained
Now, your agent
by the
can
limits of
multiple
a
actions all at
single
once.
massive
Starting
data
with just a
center.
single image, I can ask
Instead,
the
we
agent
can
to
now
help me find the best camera
seamlessly
angles for the scene.
distribute training
It analyzes
across
what's happening in the
multiple
image,
sites,
finds out the most compelling angles,
scaling
and
across
then,
more than
boom,
1
a
million
single image
GPUs
becomes 16
globally.
unique videos.
This gives us the ability to create the
The
largest
agent
training
can also handle
cluster in
large-scale
the
edits,
world.
like transforming
For
all
model
of the scenes from
builders,
early morning to late at
this
night.
means training
Understanding
larger,
climaxes
more
precise.
capable
The desert sky
models
goes
in
completely dark,
weeks
and the
rather
headlights
than
turn on,
months.
illuminating the dust. If you're a
GPU
collaborator, you
8i
can create and
designed
edit
for
at scale.
inference. We have dramatically improved speed at every
Our
step.
next update is Flow Tools.
Because if we
Now you
learn
can
anything
any
in
creative tool
27
you
years
think
of
right
working
into
on
Flow.
search,
Custom built by
it's
you
that
for your
latency
unique creative
matters.
process. Like
To
designing
give you
video
a
effects,
live sense
hands-on
of what the
animations, or
speed
layering
feels
text,
like,
you can start building,
here's
sharing,
a
and
prompt
releasing
on
tools
an
today.
upcoming Flash model if it were running on 8i.
Visual Magic is only half the
I'll
story.
ask it to
Google Flow
create a
Music
Chrome
uses the same
Dino
creative
game.
control to help artists create
Push
original
submit.
songs. For
The
months,
response
one of our
is
teammates
generated
had a
in
riff
real
instead.
time.
Let's listen to his original recording.
As you watch, take a look at the tokens per second in the top right corner.
It's a cool foundation, but he wanted to turn it
Speed
into a
is
demo for
pretty
live band.
incredible,
So he recorded
nearly
his piano to flow music
1,500
and prompted it
tokens
towards
per
R&B
second.
direction, with a female vocal to
It
inspire his
almost
singer.
took longer to
listen.
write out the request, and the game is pretty fun too. In addition to speed, we are
Now, this
also
isn't his
thinking
final
about
track, but
scaling
it helps his band
sustainably.
decide what to record next.
Both chips are
And
more
all of these
energy
features in
efficient,
Google, all these
delivering
features
up
in
to
Google Flow
2
and Google Flow
times
Music are available today.
better performance per watt. CPUs are
From
being
musicians
harder
to
to
small
our
businesses
training for
and
I/O
marketers to
this
artists,
year.
the real breakthrough
I'm
isn't
told
technology, is what
we
you
have
do
a
with it.
behind the
And we can't
scenes
wait to
look.
see what you create. Next, I'd like to hand things over to Sharon to show you what happens when we take Google's latest innovations and bring them into the real world.
Hey, good weekend.
Yeah, just folded
This is
proteins
such an
across
exciting
rare
time for XR.
oncology
AI
data
continues to unlock
sets.
all new experiences
Simulated
on
the next
headsets,
50 years of
glasses,
climate
and
data.
every
I made a
other
picture of a pug.
Android XR, the new platform built with Samsung
You ever
and optimized for
see a
Snapdragon
pug
with Qualcomm,
dressed
combined
like an
with pioneering
accountant?
hardware with Gemini.
No.
This gives
You
you built-in
wanna?
moment without taking you massive. The next big
All
milestone for
right,
Android XR is
listen up,
intelligent hardware.
TPUs.
There'll
IO's
be two
starting
types of
soon.
these AI glasses
We
that
got a
connect to your
job to
phone
do.
and give you
Actually, we
hands-free
got
help
trillions
all day
of
long.
jobs to do.
Last year,
Clear
we showed you
cash.
display glasses
Damn
on the
it.
iOS stage.
Dry
With a
your
small immense
fans.
display, you'll
Let's
get helpful
go.
information right in front of you, right when you need it. Like seeing your Uber pick up details at a glance, or getting live translation as you travel. You'll even be able to use features like Trade My Widget for advanced elements. The first wave of developers already created display tools, and we'll hear more about the glasses later this year when we expand our trusted tester program. But let's talk about what's launching this year. Today, I'm excited to announce that our first audio glasses will arrive this fall.
Hey, what are you doing?
They are designed to give you all-day help with Gemini that is spoken into your ear privately,
How
rather
about
than
you
showing on a
might
display.
your way down
And these
here and
glasses let you
help
stay
out?
hands-free and heads up for things like listening to music, taking photos, making calls, or tapping into your phone app, all without leaving your pocket. Personally, I love the book, but I'm not one to follow a recipe, so it's great to have Gemini on this device before I get too experimental. These audio glasses have brought together an all-star cast of artists. We've got the world's top eyewear designers like Dental Monster and Warby Parker, creating iconic designs.
I bet Dimitri you will be ready to
The world's
terraform
leading
right
electronics
into
company,
bed
Samsung,
after
is building
I-O.
innovative new devices and experiences that set the bar for the whole
Computer
industry.
innovations
And we've been
enable
working
our
to bring the best of
advancements.
Google to these glasses as well.
There are
And
three
yes, they're
areas
going to pair
where I
with
want
both
to go
Android
deeper
and
today
iOS
to show
devices.
you the progress in models.
They look
coding,
incredible. And today,
and
you are actually going to finally see for
Let's
yourself.
start with the
Let's pass it to our
exciting
friend and partner from
progress in
Samsung,
world
Jay Kim,
models.
to kick off the world's
With
first
world models, AI is
At
moving
Samsung,
from
our vision is to
predicting
enrich
text
people's lives and help shape
to
how we live
simulating
tomorrow.
reality.
In close partnership with Google, we're
Demos
introducing
from the team
intelligent
at
eyewear
Google
that empowers you to
DeepMind
connect to the
have
world with
been
confidence.
working
Built with
to
Samsung's
push
precise
the
engineering and
boundaries
craftsmanship, we're merging
of what
form,
these models
function, and
do.
helpful intelligence to create
Let
something
me
we'll want to
invite
wear
them
in
aside
eyewear.
to
Every
share
moment counts. Today, we're thrilled to share the first look at the 3 styles co-created with our eyewear partners, Warby Parker and Dental Monster. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, really great to be here. Over the past year, AI capabilities have been
the conflict
We now have
when we're this, they're going to connect people with this kind of greatness, this kind of embedded space, because this is who we are. That's the meaning wants to
just
move
a few years away.
Glasses are a deeply
Today,
personal product.
I'm
They shape how you
excited
see the
to
world
share
and how the world sees you.
progress we've made
What you see here
towards
is an
building
evolution of
AGI.
Warby Parker's first intelligent
Last
designs.
year,
Our vision for intelligent eyewear started by wanting to design beautiful pair of glasses. We can take inspiration from different art objects, artists, eras in time.
It was important for us not to hide the technology, but to celebrate it.
These will not only help people see, but will help them understand the world more deeply.
We want people to experience the world fully as the magic of this technology.
Our
With Gemini,
will
more
be
better.
important to everything, from building AI assistants to training robots.
Aren't they
Now
beautiful?
we're taking
These are
the next
the first
big
two
step.
designs of a bigger
I'm
collection that's
excited
coming
to
this fall.
announce
Okay, we know what time it is
Gemini
now.
Omni.
Who's up for a live demo? Nisha is going to join me on stage, so let's have Gemini play some entrance music for her.
Our new
And seeing the
model
world around,
that can
around you, you can see, so the more hyped you are in the audience, the more pumping the music
It
will be.
combines Gemini's intelligence with the best of our
Hey,
generative
Gemini.
media models
I think
for
it's
a
funny,
new
play that
level
music.
of
Come on, let's
world
go.
understanding,
Nisha, welcome.
multimodality, and editing.
Welcome,
Models
Nisha.
like Theo,
I'm wearing one of the Warby Parker styles, and Nisha has a pair of the dental monster glasses on. Looking great, Nisha.
realistic
Thanks, Ron, you
videos,
Okay, a
images,
quick preamble
and
for the day today.
interactive
We're going to be
simulations.
piping in the audio to
Although
the stage
not
speakers from our glasses.
they
In the regular
already
use, of course,
demonstrate
Gemini
some
doesn't pipe
impressive
people to us.
notions of
Now,
intuitive
last time we were on stage, we saw the rich
And
Google
with
Maps
Omni,
experience on
we've
display
now
glasses.
made
Well,
even
maps on
more
these glasses are
progress.
just as helpful, especially when
It's a
working in
step
combination
change
with
in
personal intelligence.
simulating things
No, when you're on my
like
phone, all I have to do
kinetic
now
energy
is
and
ask.
gravity.
Hey,
Previous
can you navigate me
systems
to the
would
place
have
I met my
found
friend
these
Gianna last week?
concepts difficult.
Hey, Nisha, I've set your route to the Redwood Grove Nature
Gemini's
Preserve for
world
last week's hike.
knowledge
Want to add a stop on the way to grab your
really
afternoon cold brew?
shines
Yes, Gemini, I would love that.
It can
Okay,
translate
I'm starting walking
complex
navigation with a stop at
ideas
Kuka Cafe.
into
Turn around and head towards Bill
highly
Grand Parkway.
actionable videos.
With glasses,
So,
you can
for
allow maps to
example,
further understand
give
your
it a
context
simple
and what's in
prompt,
front of you.
like
So you get
make
detailed
a
directions like the coffee shop is coming up on your right.
protein
Speaking of coffee, Nisha,
and
I
get
want to show you how
this.
Gemini intelligence can allow you to
Proteins
order that cold
start
brew
as
up ahead.
chains of
That's a really good
amino
idea.
acids. They fold into patterns
Gemini,
like
can
the
you
alpha
actually put my folder in
helix
at that coffee shop you
and
talked about?
flat sections
Sure.
called
I'll order
beta
you a nitro cold brew for
sheets,
pickup from
forming
Kuka
a
Cafe on
perfect
DoorDash.
three-dimensional
So
shape.
on the screen behind me, you can actually see Nishta's phone.
But the
that's in her
initial
pocket.
generation
Gemini is
is
able to
just
launch
the
apps
start.
like DoorDash,
The
then click through
creative
all the different
process
option
is
screens
rarely a
automatically to
single
order her
step.
coffee.
It's usually
And in a moment,
iterative.
it's going to be ready for Nishta's
Just like
confirmation.
Nana Banana redefined image editing,
There we go.
Omni gives you a more natural way to edit video
There we
with
go.
conversational language.
I have
What's
prepared your order
really
for the
cool
Nitro Cold Brew
is
from
you
Kuka
can give
Cafe.
it
Would
your
you like to
own
confirm?
videos,
Yes, please.
for
And
example,
tip for
this
20% too.
selfie, and
I think after all these
change
rehearsals, that's our
reality
15th cold brew
in a
today. Thanks to the coffee shop for putting up with us.
way.
Definitely is. And speaking of preparation, I actually muted my text before I came
You
on
can
stage. That's
easily
20%
adjust
now.
the details and
Hey, Gemini,
style,
any important messages
or
I missed?
even add elements.
Yes, your family group chat decided to meet for dinner at
And
7
the
today.
whole
And there is a
scene
reminder to say
will
your daily
reflect
affirmations.
your
You
new
are
idea.
strong.
Okay, we'll do those affirmations a bit later. But why don't you add that dinner to my calendar?
Sure. I'll line it up for family dinner at 7 p.m. to your calendar, right after
The
this
simple
celebration.
circle turns
Awesome.
into a black
Gemini
hole,
not only-
or an evening
Thank you.
stroll comes to life.
Gemini not only summarized her
Anything
user text, but it
becomes
tapped into a calendar app to add that event.
creating entirely
So we
new
saw how
reality.
glasses work on your phone,
Let's take
but
a
what about
look
when
at
they're attached to
what
your
we
watch
can
to
do.
give you a glanceable display?
It's not a Google I/O without an audience selfie, but we're going to do it with a picture time. Everyone starts their favorite post. Gemini, take a photo of this amazing audience. Turn it into a cartoon and have a big list of the Google I/O 2026 highlight and fun content.
Everyone's going to close. Okay, if this goes well, everyone goes bananas in the audience. Because Nano Banana and glasses is just awesome. Just in a few seconds, you're going to see that seamless preview on her watch. Any second now, drum roll. Here we go. Thank you, Nick. A round of applause for Nick. The demo works, yes. The future of intelligent eyewear has never been more exciting. Stunning designs from iconic brands, engineering and craftsmanship from Samsung, personal and proactive help from Gemini, customized apps and features from Google and the developer ecosystem, all arriving with our first glasses this fall. So stay tuned. Now I'm going to pass it to Dennis.
With video, but over time,
I'm going to pass it to Dennis to talk about the future of AI.
generate any output from any image. This was always our goal with Gemini.
It's amazing to see how far
and
we've
why
come,
we built
and I can't wait
it
more what
multimodal from the very start.
Today we showed you our next generation models.
It was a harder path.
New coding capabilities,
The
and
foundation is now paying off.
agents in search and Gemini Spark. and
Today
so much
we're
more.
launching the
It's
first
great to see Gemini transforming so many Google products used by billions of
Gemini
people every
Omni
day.
Flash.
All of these advances show
It's now available.
progress. It's
Across our
incredible,
products,
even for those of us who have
and
spent
you'll
our
hear
entire
more
lives
about
working
this
on this.
later.
AGI is now on the
We're
horizon, and
excited
it will be the most
with the
profound
progress we're
Apple technology
making,
ever invented.
and we'll be able to
It's still
share
bright,
more
because
about
the
how
human
Omni
progress is
grows
flourishing
soon.
beyond our imaginations.
We
We're in a
can't
moment of
wait
immense
to
promise,
see
but
what
also
we
enormous
create.
responsibility.
Back to
It's
you,
important that we are
Scott.
clear-eyed about the potential challenges and use all the tools at our disposal to ensure the safety of our adopted systems and ultimately AGI itself. One area of which there's been a lot of contribution is cybersecurity. Google has invested in this area for
Thanks,
decades,
Dennis.
and we're bringing our frontier
Huge
capabilities and deep
progress.
expertise to help secure the world's code.
As generative
We
AI
have tools
gets
like our
better,
security agent CodeMender,
so does
which
the
automatically
need for
finds and
greater
fixes critical software
transparency.
vulnerabilities. Today we're inviting
Research shows
experts
people
to test
can
a new CodeMender
correctly
API, and we'll be launching
identify
it more broadly.
high-quality deepfake videos only about a quarter
Stepping
of
back,
the time.
the whole reason I worked on AI
3
my
years
entire
ago,
career
we
was because I
launched
saw it as the ultimate
Syntidy,
tool
our
for advanced science and
watermark,
understanding of the world.
invisible
It's
to the
awesome to see
naked
those
eye.
dreams become a reality. With AI beginning
Since
to help
launch,
scientists
Syntidy
almost
is
every
now
field.
watermarked
Building on this momentum, I'm
over
excited to announce
100
Gemini for
billion
Science,
images
which
and
brings together
videos, along with 60,000 years of audio
It brings
assets.
together a number of powerful AI tools to help
Millions of
accelerate
people
research.
are using our
Gemini can already
Syntidy
assist in solving complex
indicator
problems,
in the
but our new
Gemini
lab
app
prototypes
to
streamline
verify AI generated
whether it's staying on top of
content.
newly published papers, transforming
We
research
are now
goals into usable
going a
code, or
step
generating new
further
hypotheses.
and
Another
adding
powerful tool for science is
content
simulation. AI
credentials
simulations are going to be
verification
critical for understanding
across
existing finance
products.
systems that are simply too complex
This
to follow
will
directly
show
today.
you
An amazing
if
example
the
of this is how
origin of the
Foundation
content was
is the closest
AI
impact of
or a
digital twin of
camera
impact that could
if
help
it's
address
being
problems like
edited with
deforestation and food
generative
security.
AI tools.
Simulations are already
In
proving
this
extremely useful.
example,
Our state-of-the-art weather
Gemini
net
can
models
tell
predict hurricane
a
courses faster and
photo
more
was
accurately than
captured
traditional
with the
systems.
pixel
Let's take a look
camera
at how WeatherNet helped during
and
last
then
season's hurricane
edited
season.
with Google Photos.
Tropical storms and hurricanes can change very
We
quickly,
want
which makes it
more
more challenging to predict
have
other types of weather systems.
easy access
And Google with WeatherNet, a global weather forecasting
So we
AI
are
model that is also able to predict where hurricanes are going to go and how strong they're going to be.
content
In 2025, WeatherNet predicted by Category 5 hurricanes expected to generate 3 days with greater accuracy than previous models. It's going to cause catastrophic, life-threatening damage.
You can simply circle to search or right-click in Chrome and ask questions generated with AI. And you'll get a clear response along with other helpful content. For example, this enabled making the rounds on social media last year.
In the future,
It's obviously fake, I don't eat hamburgers.
Perhaps even virtual cells. Biological models like AlphaFold and
It might not be
become
as
standard
clear
research
to
tools used
everyone
by millions of
else.
scientists around the
That's
world
where
to make
these
important
tools
advances
can
in
be
medicine.
really useful.
I like to call this science at digital
Of
speed.
course,
Both
this
in terms
only
of speed of
works at
distribution and
scale
dissemination
if
to the
more
research community.
partners decide to
I've always believed the
watermark
number one
their own
application of AI should be to
AI-generated
improve human
content.
health. And isomorphic maps,
NVIDIA
modeling
signed on to
molecular
Synth
massively
ID
accelerate
last
the development of new medicines, supported
And
by leading
today I'm
pharma.
thrilled to
We're now
announce
in
that
preclinical stage with multiple
OpenAI,
projects, including
Kakao,
potential
and
treatments for
Eleven
immune
Labs
disorders
are
and cancer.
adopting Synth ID.
Our mission is to reimagine the drug discovery process with the goal of one day solving all diseases. Something that would have seemed
Great
impossible just a
to
few
see
years
the
ago, but I truly
cross-industry
believe is now within
collaboration.
reach.
We're looking
Google's
forward to
cutting-edge research products will
expanding
help
to
unlock
more
AGI's incredible
partners
potential for the benefit of the
and
entire world.
setting the standard of
When we look back at this time,
transparency
I think
for
we'll
the
realize
AI
that we
era.
were standing in the foothills of the singularity.
That's a look at
It
the
will be a profound
progress
moment
we are
for humanity.
making with world
This technology
models.
will be a force multiplier for human
Now,
ingenuity
let's
and
talk
usher in
about
a new golden
what's
age of
next
scientific
for
discovery
our
and progress,
Gemini 3
improving the lives
family.
of everyone, everywhere.
Gemini
We
3
look forward
launched
to
a
building
few
the future
months
with
ago
all of
with
you.
a full
Thank you, and
family
enjoy
of
the rest of
models.
Google I/O.
It's been our most adopted tool yet. We have loved seeing developers use Flash as their daily driver and build incredible experiences with Pro's deep reasoning and multimodal capabilities. We've been hard at work on improving these models, especially focused on agentic coding, long horizon tasks, and real-world workflows. And today I'm excited to introduce Gemini 3.5 Flash, our first in a series of models combining frontier intelligence with action. Two things I would highlight. First, when compared to 3.1 Pro, Flash is better across the board, almost all benchmarks. It's made huge progress in coding, and look at that extraordinary jump in GDP val, a benchmark that captures many real-world economically valuable tasks. Second, 3.5 Flash is a very capable model at the frontier and comparable to the best models, but much, much faster. Which is why when you look at the intelligence versus output speed, it's in a whole league of its own in the top right quadrant. When looking at output tokens per second, it's 4 times faster than other frontier models, and it's incredible delight to use. The new model has been a game changer for us internally at Google. We've been using 3.5 Flash with the reimagined version of our agent-first development platform, Anti-Gravity, and it's dramatically accelerated how we build. In March, we were processing 500 billion tokens a day internally for our developers. We've been doubling every few weeks, and now we are processing more than 3 trillion tokens a day. This scale has created a powerful feedback loop, helping us improve 3.5. And of course, we are bringing it today to developers in Anti-Gravity. Varun is going to share more.
It's truly an amazing time to be a builder. We move beyond AI tools that help us write to agents that help us act. These agents have lowered the barrier to development so much that anyone can be a builder, even busy CEOs. In fact, Sundar used Google Anti-Gravity last week to fix a bug in Google Code. When we launched the Anti-Gravity IDE in November, we explored to nail the core agent-powered IDE experience and added experimental first-of-its-kind agent-first service as a glimpse of where we were heading. Millions of you already actively use Anti-Gravity, and so we're excited to bring even more today. We've seen the diversity of tasks, preferences, and frankly, product feedback. We've taken all of these learnings, and now Anti-Gravity is massively expanding the suite of agent capabilities, surfaces, integration, and product features. To start, we're launching a full CLI experience, an Anti-Gravity SDK, native voice support with Gemini audio models, and integrations with many services and platforms like Android, Firebase, and Google AI Studio. All of this is available for you to try today. But most importantly, at the core is Anti-Gravity 2.0, a new standalone desktop application that delivers fully on that original glimpse of a truly agent-optimized experience. The new Anti-Gravity anti-gravity is unabashedly agent-first, focusing on the core agent conversations, agent-produced artifacts, and multi-agent orchestration. Like I said, unabashedly agent-first. As Sundar mentioned, this is the exact experience teams here at Google have been using to drive massive value. The anti-gravity agent harness, the invisible framework for Gemini to perform real-world tasks, has become much more powerful. New core primitives such as sub-agents, hooks, and asynchronous task management. And underpinning all of this, the Gemini model. The Gemini 3.5 Flash having been co-optimized with the anti-gravity harness. Of course, being engineers, we were curious to see how far we would push the limits of what was possible with these agents and models. So using the new anti-gravity in Gemini 3.5 Flash, we asked our agents to take on what we consider to be a highly complex and impressive task: build a working operating system from scratch. We were surprised by what we found. Asynchronously, the anti-gravity broke down the code, cohesive plan, tackled tasks via parallel subagents, generated, executed, and iterated over stereo tests. Over 12 hours, 93 subagents working in parallel made over 15,000 model requests and processed 2.6 billion tokens to take an initially empty project to the core of a functioning operating system. This was not possible. This was not possible on Gemini 3.1 Pro. But thanks to the performance and cost efficiency of Gemini 3.5 Flash, building an entirely functional operating system consumed less than $1,000 of API credits. The anti-gravity agents wrote every line of code, from the scheduler, to the memory management, to the file system, generated, audited, and tested entirely by an autonomous team of agents. To put this in context, developing an OS from scratch is both notoriously brutal and takes many months to build. We weren't just building an application, but a fully functioning operating system that applications would follow. Let's take this live and actually show this operating system in action. So here, I'm actually in a terminal window in the OS that anti-gravity built. Now, it's not super easy to demo a working operating system, so let's try something fun to see if it works. One interesting utility that you can install is SL, a common typo for LS. Without spoiling it, here it goes. It works. You can see a cool locomotive passing through the screen with the anti-gravity logo on it. But clearly, this isn't a real OS, unless I can play Doom. Now, if I try running Doom right now, it just doesn't work. Turns out that the OS is currently missing some necessary video and keyboard drivers. So let's just try and fix it in the new anti-gravity. I have a prompt prepared, and I'm going to paste it in. While it's running, let's take a tour of anti-gravity 2.0. As you can see, anti-gravity 2.0 is very much agent-first, with all of your conversations on the left side panel and all of your projects. Let's take a peek at one of the conversations that I previously had. I was curious for this demo about the fun facts about it, so I asked the agent to do some research. Generated some plots on the right side panel, and then finally, it also generated a cool artifact. It even generated an infographic using Banana Pro. It generated some graphs loaded to rows, and then afterwards, it generated some cool tables. As you can see, anti-gravity 2.0 is unabashedly agent-first, and has been optimized to be the best surface for you to interact with agents. Let's take a look at the previous conversation to see how it's going. Anti-gravity ended up doing a whole host of research, ended up writing over 100 lines of code, and then finally built the operating system. Let's take a peek and see if it works. Moment of truth. Amazing. That never gets old. While playing Doom on an operating system that anti-gravity built was fun and impressive, it hasn't stopped there. Casting's agents build a photo editing suite, real-time messaging app, and a multi-user collaboration platform, all with the same result. multi-day engineering efforts have collapsed hours, not minutes. This was made possible by the new sub-agent teamwork capability. We're excited to bring this to you as an early research preview in anti-gravity. Last but not least, 3.5 Flash is incredibly fast. Like Sundar said, it's 4 times faster than other frontier models. But as we know, agentic coding is a token monster. So we've taken it to another level in anti-gravity. We've optimized Flash not just 4 times, but 12 times faster in anti-gravity. We're thrilled to give you all a taste of this experience starting today. What we showed you today isn't just a vision. It's how we're building anti-gravity to be the most complete agentic development platform for everyone. We're doing it with the Google ecosystem, whether it's integrating tech stack and tools you've already used. We're using anti-gravity agent harness to power the next crop of agentic experiences across Google products. Today, anti-gravity 2.0 is available globally for everyone. Join us in the developer keynote as we demo all the new capabilities. Back to you, Sundar.
Thanks, Varun. It's incredible that Varun's entire OS was built by a team of sub-agents in just 12 hours at such a low cost. What's amazing about Flash is how it delivers frontier-level capabilities at less than half the price of comparable frontier models. We've heard that many companies are already blowing through their annual token budgets with only May. If companies use a mix of Flash and other frontier models, they can save a lot of money. To put this in perspective, top companies in Google Cloud are processing about 1 trillion tokens a day. If they shifted 80% of their workloads from other frontier models to 3.5 Flash, they'd save over $1 billion annually. That is real savings they can pour back into their company. Gemini 3.5 Flash is available for everyone today across our products and APIs. We're also excited for 3.5 Pro. We're using it internally. It's showing great improvements. I know you can't wait to get your hands on it. Give us until next month to get it to you. Gemini 3.5 and anti-gravity are unlocking a new world of agents and agentic capabilities. We've been bringing agents to developers and enterprises for a while. Now, we are super focused on bringing the power of agents safely and securely to consumers so that they work for everyone. You will see agentic experiences across many of our products today. I'm particularly excited for what we are bringing right into the Gemini app. Introducing Gemini Spark. It's your personal AI that helps you navigate your digital life, taking action on your behalf and under your direction. It runs on dedicated virtual machines on Google Cloud, and it's 24/7. And yes, you can close your laptop. It's powered by Gemini 3.5 and the Google Anti-Gravity Harness, which allows it to perform long-running tasks easily in the background. Spark will integrate seamlessly with tools, starting with our own, and in the coming weeks with third-party tools through MCP. And you can work with Spark however is most convenient, in the Gemini app, or soon through email and chat. Let's have Josh come up and share more.
Thanks, Sundar. It's great to see everyone, and let me show you how Spark works with an example from my personal life. So here we are. We have the new Gemini Open. It's been completely redesigned. We'll talk about that later in the show. But I want to take you into Spark here. And what you can see immediately is a dashboard with all the different tasks that I have going on in the background. It allows you to check in on these things. And I'll paste in a task right off the bat. This is a pretty straightforward example, but it's so useful. Help me draft an email to the team. compile everything about our recent Gemini Live launches and wins from the last week. Use/ghostwriter. So there's a few things happening here. Compile everything. This goes across docs, email, your chat. It grabs the most important information that you need for this update. It also is going to use all of the stuff you see in the time period of the last week with this /ghostwriter. That's a personal skill that I've written, so the email sounds like me. And what's great is that with Spark, you can upload your favorite skills you find online. So we're going to let this run in the background. You can see it's already started doing various tool calls. And I'm going to switch over to another one from our personal life. We're planning a big block party. And you can see here, this is a pretty complex prompt. We want help grabbing all the RSVPs, keep a list of who's bringing what. Remember to email those neighbors who haven't signed up yet. And what's amazing here is Spark can go through step by step. Look at all these steps, all the time it takes going through. And again, work across the various skills and apps that we have. And what's really amazing is it'll break it down and also be able to generate files for you. So the first one here, this is a live RSVP tracker right in Google Sheets. You can see that it shows who's confirmed and who hasn't. What's amazing about this is it'll actually update because it's connected to Gmail. So when L Thompson row 8 RSVPs, it'll update, which is pretty amazing. The other thing is it keeps track of all the different guests, as well as sending follow-up reminders to who hasn't signed up yet. So again, this will happen. It'll create the drafts, and under my control, I can send them. And then finally, what the prompt did is it created a type deck for the block party. And you can see it creates right in Google Slides, perfectly integrated. And you can see it even pulls in things like our giant bounce house that's going to be in the cul-de-sac. Now, all of this is happening in the background and under my control. And what's amazing is Gemini can even go a step further and pull out things like your neighborhood homeowners association won't let you set this up before Friday afternoon, June 5th. That's pulling from a file in my Google Drive. So it's incredibly helpful about how it pulls it all together. Now, that's Spark working on a laptop. Spark is also amazing on the go, and it works across both Android and iPhone. So here you can see on my phone here, I'll open it up and I can go into Spark. You see most of the tasks we just went through, they sync across all your devices, which is so helpful. And Spark is amazing at just brain-dumping things on your mind. If you're super busy, it's almost like you just throw tasks over your shoulder. Spark will catch them and then run with them. So watch this. Start a few threads for me. The first one, find all the upcoming meetings with Sundar and turn them all hot so I don't miss them. The second one, last night I met our new neighbor John. Write a note to him and his family, invite them to our block party because they weren't on our list originally. The third one, create a document with the top things my wife and I need to do for the kids before the end of the school year. Categorize it, my deadline and priorities, make it easy to digest. I don't want to miss anything. Alright, so we'll send that in, and you can see at the speed of my voice, it's taking that one task, and it will capture all of that content as fast as I can talk. It starts out as a single thread here, and in the background, it's actually going to go through and break those down into individual tasks. Now, I can just put my phone away and get on with my day. And Spark works in the background. We'll check in later, see how it's doing. You can see, this is one of the first times we've been able to put a phone down and let it keep working on the iOS stage. It's great. Because we're prioritizing safety, we're rolling out Gemini Spark deliberately to trusted testers this week and as a beta for US Google AI Ultra subscribers next week. We want this new type of help to be in as many hands as possible. So to do that, we're introducing a new Ultra plan for $100 a month. And for those of you that need maximum limits, we're dropping the price for our top tier Ultra plan from $250 a month to $200 a month. And there's so much more to come. Later this summer, Gemini Spark will operate directly within Chrome, acting as your agentic browser across the web. It can take action on your tasks under your direction. We're also building a dedicated home base for your agents on your phone, Android Halo, which is coming later this year. As Sundar said, we've entered a new agentic era across agents, and we can't wait to see what you're going to build with it. Back to you, Sundar.
Thanks, George. So great to see Gemini Spark getting things done on your behalf. I've played around with all sorts of agents and can really see the potential. But it's still early days when it comes to making agents easy to use, super secure, and truly helpful. That's why I'm really excited by Gemini Spark. We are laying the foundation to bring this all together in a safe and secure way to consumers everywhere. Look forward to having you all try it. We are firmly in our agentic Gemini era. Gemini Spark is the first experience you're seeing made possible by 3.5 models and adding gravity. This combination gives us new ways to accelerate our mission and to transform our products to be radically more helpful. And I can't wait to see how it will transform search, our ultimate moonshot. This past year has proven just how much innovation is possible right at the heart of our information mission. And as we enter this agentic era, search will be more helpful and powerful than ever before. Let me turn it over to Les to share what's next.
This morning we heard all about the customer. We got the Amazon. We got that and last month we also shared the Keynote 4 under an Advanced 2 architecture. They've done smartest open model yet. Purpose-built for advanced reasoning, agentic workflows, and the response to search. 100 million downloads in the first month, and it's pushing Gemini downloads
the
past 500
whole
million.
world is searching for the same thing.
Gemini 4 adds massive intelligence into a footprint,
Questions are
small enough
just
to run
as unique
offline
as
from
you
your
are.
phone. And it's
That's why we set out
robots
to
and
make it
satellites out of
possible
space.
to ask
And as you saw this morning, the big
really
shift is our moving towards agents. From AI
Now, to
to
unlock this,
to agents that
we've
help
been
you
on
get
a
stuff
journey
done
to
under
bring
your
together
direction
the best of a
At the
search
center of it all
engine
is Google Anti-Gravity.
with the best
It's our
of
agentic
AI.
development platform that enables you to
When
build
we
agents.
started this
The core platform
transformation
is
with AI
anti-gravity
over,
itself.
and if you can believe it, it was just last year on the stage
for your own.
that we launched AI Mode.
On Android or the web.
Now it's our
And when you
most
step back, you
powerful
see how
AI
all of these
search,
pieces come together
bringing in our most advanced
from the
Gemini
cutting-edge
models.
models to the
And
agentic
as
tools
of
like anti-gravity.
today, we're upgrading it on Gemini 3.5.
Into the infrastructure that makes it all possible. We're working up and down the stack to help you build. So let's start with the launch goals. Please welcome Logan to the stage.
Now, as Sundar mentioned, AI Mode has surpassed more than 1 billion monthly users. And we're seeing phenomenal growth,
built for the next era of
with AI Mode queries doubling every quarter.
no matter what you're building. Need complex research?
As people have learned how much more search can do,
Data science tasks?
they started bringing
You're a
more
person on radio house?
functions.
We'll get them.
So much so that last quarter we saw
Last
search
December,
queries
we introduced
hit all-time
They give you
highs.
one simple and powerful
But
interface
what's
for
even
both models
more
and
remarkable,
the research was the
we're
first thing made
asking
available through the
real
interaction
questions.
design. It showed what's
and
possible
all
in
their
the goal for freedom to
specific
find you.
detailed glory.
But deep research was just
Knowing search is
Inside
really
we're using
possible.
anti-gravity harnesses to empower our agents with
We're
elegant
having
attacks
real
to the most complex tasks.
conversations with
The same
search,
technology behind
going
Gemini
back
Spark
and
and our
forth
agents to lay out.
and deeper.
And today, we're making that same anti-gravity
So
harness
you're not just asking
managed
if I have
Gemini guide.
You're asking, can you build me a clearer?
You can use the Spark data by custom instructions, tools, and data from a single call to Gemini guide. So building
Lunch
agents
box
in production means we're going to secure, isolate techniques.
and now
Consolidate that
we're
into
the
our
next
infrastructure
step.
layer. That's why every managed agent
We're
is very
incredible AI
open environment
features
hosted by
in search.
in a single API call.
Google
It's
search
agent
is
and
AI
we handle the infrastructure that we focus on building. We've been testing this with
Now
developers
it's
both
an AI
internally and
search
externally.
that brings
To give you
together
an
our
example,
most
this is
advanced
our
Gemini models,
use managed
our
agents to enable
newest
users to import their project design systems directly from their
and the
code.
full
We're
breadth of
managed
the
agents
world's
and user GitHub repo, analyze the code base,
With
generate a
over a
ready-to-use
billion
design document file,
facts
it gives it everything it needs to create on-brand designs.
billions
Because
of
it's a
web
managed
pages
agent, we handle the infrastructure, so stitch can scale to millions
and
of users.
connections
Now, this is just one example of how powerful managed
human
agents
perspective.
Externally, really active customers like Ram, Simple AI,
So whatever's on
have
your
also seen
mind,
the power of building
you
agents
can
at a
come
pace
to
like
Google
never before.
through the app. And
Managed agents are available starting today, and make our
now
ecosystem
to start,
partners start building the
I'm
preferred stack
excited
from
to
day one.
announce the
Let's
launch
jump
of
into
a
it now.
brand new
I'm here in AI
intelligent
Studio
search
Playground,
box.
where earlier this year we added support for interacting with agents.
Before,
To help you get started,
search
add a set of new custom agents that you can run instantly.
but now it's totally reimagined with AI.
These open source agent templates come preloaded with
It
instructions,
expands
skills,
with your
and tools marked down so you can customize your profile
And
other
as
than
you
customer
ask,
support.
search helps you formulate your
So,
questions.
I told you I'd come back to
With
my own
AI
personal radio show,
powered
so let's select AI Talk Radio News.
This
This
goes
is a
beyond
complete talk radio show about anything you want.
It
Give
offers
a topic,
nuances that you might not
Of course,
have
I want
thought
time
to
to cover today's
ask,
top techniques. So let's see what the
helping you
happenings
take
have to
the
say.
exact question on your mind and ask it with ease.
I've asked it to generate a 5-minute radio
This
show
new
based on the
search
latest
box
acronyms.
is our most
What's happening
powerful
right now
AI
is this
tool
environment
right
for
there.
revision is getting ready to run. While that happens, let me show you what's
And you
happening.
can ask across modalities, with text, images,
In the agent
files,
file, you can see me
video,
create a specific set of skills
and
agents
search
can
regions
show.
across them all.
Research to pull top tech stories from acronyms.
Now,
script
this
writing,
is the
code
biggest
description,
upgrade to our
to
iconic
generate
search
more
box
consistent
since
voice.
its
Music
debut
generates
over
lyrics,
25 years ago.
and audio mixing,
And it's starting to roll out
finally, it generates metadata, and a banana for cover art, and saves a complete, ready to treat every and lots of fun. I can write any orchestration.
Next, we're making it even easier to continue the conversation. Bringing AI overviews and AI mode into one seamless AI search experience. So you can flow effortlessly from your questions to your response to the main search result page
The
to
playground
follow up.
is great to see what Gemini models and agents
And your
but the real
context
magic
stays
is when you bring this to real apps.
And as your conversation gets deeper, the links and sources get even more relevant to what you might want to explore.
Thank you, Logan. Google AI
So you continue to get the best of AI and the best
my
of
own
the
personalized radio station to get the latest news.
I'm excited to share
And
this
it's not just
AI
just go to what's in the AI
live today
Okay, Nate.
across desktop and mobile.
Earlier today, I took the AI radio show agent and wrapped it in a real app with just a few prompts. Since I'm also a fan of hacking, let's go ahead and get it. Just like Logan showed in the playground, my app is calling managed agent from Gemini API. The agent
Just
spins up
Sonia
its
and Josh
environment, skills, dates, plans, and then it's simple.
potential
Each
business
app
can open up.
This is going to
Now
be
we're taking an exciting
where I
step
ran a little bit earlier today.
We
And
will be able
let's
to
hear what
create and manage
If you
multiple
can go
AI
from writing
agents
200 lines
for your
code a day
many
to
tasks.
2,000
Right.
with an AI agent, are you actually a better
We're entering the era of search engines.
Good afternoon.
Now to
That's pretty cool,
start,
right?
you can set information agents to work for
As you can see, the agent
24/7.
generated the MP3 of the show and created metadata to
They
display
can find you
screens. So now we
exactly
can then jump to different speakers in the show.
exactly when you need it and help you take action.
Massive. You can
This is so
You
cool.
can spin up
The app
multiple
will find
agents
UX,
and
and then
search
the agent creates the content
simultaneously
and
to
metadata
get
for your
updated
life.
and make
And I love this
progress
one cover art
on all those things that matter to you.
So Logan showed you how the playground lets you
And this will
experiment.
work
And
with
what I'm going to show you is how
alongside
Gemini
Gemini
lets you
to help
And
you get
speaking
more
of
done.
giving, let's go ahead and
Let's
deploy my
do a
app
few
so I can
work.
share it with the world.
Say you're really in
So
a
when you go to
finance
AI Studio to talk
and you want to know more about
tools,
quick biotech stocks.
you can
You want to
either
know
take
what
an existing
keys
Google
and
project, or if you don't have one, AI
positive
Studio will generate
cash
one for
flow
you.
and low debt.
And starting today, brand new users can deploy to
Now
a
you
live
can just
run
outline all that.
No credit card
Agent
required.
results. It'll take you super complex
Now, while we're waiting,
and map out
Cloud Run is just our latest integration.
It
We
determines
rebuilt our
urgency,
training with Anti-Gravity
getting
and added libraries and
in
fires
the moment
so you can
in
easily
time.
build real-world,
And it's
full-stack apps
triggers
for
to look out
databases
for
and mobile.
information as it
And
changes.
today, we're officially announcing
And
support
pick
for
the
tools
tools and data hubs it needs for the
Yeah,
job.
you can just connect apps like Docs, Gmail, and Calendar and stay completely on the flow. And if you combine that with tools like web search, image generation, Banana Banana, we're
insights
defining
on
our build with agents.
The
And
moment.
it was like my app has to deploy, so you
Know
can
what
see
it
it,
does.
your status, the live
The
URL,
agent
and
is
even unlock it right here without
intelligent
sending AI for a second. That really was pretty
It helps you understand what's going on.
I love that
so
I
you
can
can
put my
separate
web
the
but what good is a radio show if I can't listen on the go?
And it
So
points
starting
to
today,
hyper
you can
relevant
go from idea to an Android
like this
app
crowdsourcing
directly in AI Studio. No
News
software to
sites,
install, no
and
application
social.
manage, and no local environment needed.
This helps websites
Yes,
figure
how
out
we got that.
by people
So start up here, let's build an Android app and start prompting.
when it
So
matters
let's
most.
switch over to one I baked a little bit earlier today. I used the
Now,
same exact
let's say
prompt
you're
to ask
a
the app to build an Android
Your
app.
portal brings
And
up
notice
what
the
you're
app is
looking
built
for.
entirely in Kotlin.
With all your criteria, like location and
You can
natural
even
light
preview your app with
available.
the Android emulator directly in AI Studio.
And your agent
And when I'm ready to start testing on my own device, I will look at my process
site, social.
We're also adding support for Google Play Store publishing in AI
Or if you're a
Studio.
speaker man,
Which is, yeah,
you can just add it
open your favorite app, play Elder now, and play Capsule App, that's 5 minutes. And after that, ready to install
And it
my
wants
phone,
to
out
cover
of AI
everything
Studio.
from
You can
blog
start testing it on your device today and sharing with friends and
So you don't
without
know.
leaving the summer.
Now you'll be able to put Instagram
Speaking of apps, the great idea is not just happen at your desk.
Just
And that's why we're bringing
keep you updated
on
whatever
whatever on it with our brand new mobile app. Woo! Yeah.
Now,
You can build
application
apps
agents are among the first of many
But
agents
managed
for
agents
agents
get serious power without the complex
to make it
So
more
you want total programmatic control to customize and deploy on
So
your
whether
own.
you want to find
Today, we're launching Anti-Gravity
okay,
SDK.
buy it, or more.
Agents, those are tools to be able to get exact same agent runners optimized for Gemini. So with the ultimate flexibility to run it
Now,
wherever
we're
and
also
wherever.
bringing agentic coding.
And now, of course, building a great agent, so then you'll build a custom an entire life cycle from that first part time to deployed application. And
To show you how
AI Studio is the factor of from prompt out as your keyboard goals, you can look at self platforms, help and video projects, files, using context, and completely rebuilding. But not before. Today, we're launching a one-click export to Anti-Gravity. And we aren't just sending snippets, we're forwarding the complete file
We
system
believe
to every
the
single
best
output
version
content.
of
You can pick up
search
exactly
is
where you
one
left off.
created just for you. It's a search that gives you information and the most helpful format for your question. We've spent years perfecting it. So if you're shopping, we give you products. Asking about data, you see charts. Looking for inspiration, you get beautiful visuals. Now, we're taking this to a whole new level. We're bringing anti-gravity and agentic coding capabilities of Gemini 3.5 Flash right in search. So search will build you the ideal format exactly for your question. Completely custom on the fly. We're talking dynamic layouts, interactive widgets, entire experiences, all created just for you. This is agentic coding at the scale of search.
You can now use standard context to put your agents on autopilot. So, now your agent can summarize any keyword.
Let me give you an example.
And this is just
Say I'm a college student trying to wrap my mind around astrophysics. I can go to search now and just ask, how do black holes affect space-time? Check this out. I get this interactive visual right in the AI overview. Search now gets for a concept this complex, I need to interact with it to really understand it. This is still kind of 101. So I'm going to follow up and say, now show me how two orbiting objects like binary black holes create gravitational waves. Search dynamically builds a brand new interactive visual in real time, completely custom for my specific question.
But all temperature else is the command. And so what means is finding the button, to drop it on the button, and get it.
And now I can play with the parameters like orbital separation and mass ratio. So cool. Okay, I can see how wave patterns change, and now the smaller black hole spirals around the middle. And now that I get the basics, I can dive into the resources here and read things like the LIGO discovery papers to learn more. Now, you might be wondering, how can search actually build custom UI like this for billions of unique questions? Go to Gemini 3.5 Flash, search plans ideal response from scratch, designs the layout, decides what custom components to build, fans out to the user, and then finally deploys the code. To build custom components like these in response, search invokes the agentic coding harness powered by anti-gravity. So it can read and write files and execute code in a secure, containerized environment. This is the same tech we saw in Rubio, OS, and we're bringing that power right in for search. Generative UI with anti-gravity rolling out to search this summer for everyone free of charge. So whatever it is you want to understand, whether you're wondering how your watch actually works, analyzing the cost of a new commute, or so much more, you'll get responses as unique as your question. Now, let's take this a step further. Some projects are one-off questions. They're ongoing tasks. So search now has the ability to help you create entire custom stateful experiences. Tools, trackers, dashboards. Think of these sort of like building my own little mini apps with search, and I've been making a ton of them. And they're especially awesome for those long-running tasks where you want to keep coming back, like planning a wedding, or managing your home move. So, what do you think? Let's build one together? Yeah? Let's go back up to that. All right. Okay, so it looks like the two of them, the gradient norm is stable, so it looks like they're going well. Trying to figure out what it is with my family every weekend. And so here's the search I actually did about fun things to do with my family. And of course, you get great response here from AI. But here's something new. Search proactively offers the ability to manner. Similarly, just on search traits with generative UI and interactive visuals. From scratch, search can code this up right now. Let's do it. All right. So for the sake of today's demo, so as this builds, you're going to see the real-time thinking step and code generation flowing in. And here, search is taking account the right components to build, not just what information to fetch, but the best way to present it. And I've chosen to securely connect Gmail, Photos, and Calendar, so it's using personal intelligence to make my suggestions even more custom. That means referencing Gmail receipts, Calendar, and much more personalized. And boom, there it is. Looks like it's ready. All right, got a beautiful planner, already taken into account driving times and weather. And search knows that I have 2 kids, and that they love animals and my learning to play chess. So actually, the second one here is so awesome. It's the oldest, so I'm going to go ahead and import that. But, you know, 2 kids, gotta make them both happy. So I'm going to lock in the happy holiday purchase right there. And because it's synced to my calendar, you can see it's already blocked off my afternoon to meet a friend or watch this game. And below, it's got all of these cool restaurant reservations and beautifully laid out on maps. Now, having seen this a little bit, I want the map to be higher up. And also, my wife and I tried to do Friday date night, so I'm going to keep customizing this. And just for the sake of speed, I'm going to paste in here one more question to add Friday night date each week and move it to the top. And just like before, it's thinking through what's needed to adjust the plan. Looking up real-time information and checking the preferences again. Wow, so fast. So it's able
So you
to
can more easily deliver the most performant experiences
Google
for your
to
users,
build this
no matter where they
on
are
the
or
fly. And now you can see the map
want to ensure you have
right
access
at
to
the
the
top
latest innovation on your
and
platform. And that's
Friday
what
Date Night tab right here. So I can scroll down and see all of these really great places after the babysitter arrives. Here's some awesome restaurants. I'll go ahead and select it. We're ready to go. Now, the weekend plan is not complete until I get my wife Danielle's seal of approval. So I can share this app with her, which I'm going to do right here.
Now, setting up the environment on Android Studio is kind of a pain.
Okay, now I'm actually going to pull it up on a phone. So when I send this to her, this is exactly what she's going to see on her phone.
Downloading the SDK to creating a project and running your app on devices, all much more easily and efficiently. Okay, so for this app, we've heard from our users that they really wish there was an easier way to do important tableau
So
on their
Danielle is in, but it also looks like she might have feedback for me when I get home. But we're going to deal with that kind of a little bit later. So all I have to do is say, okay, add this to my calendar, search will add it to all of our family calendars, and we're ready to go. And next weekend, I'll be able to come back and say, I'm going to weekend with my family, just like this. So we're bringing anti-gravity into search, so you'll get generative UI starting with subscribers. You'll be able to custom build experiences just like this in the coming months.
We saw in our internal testing, agents leveraging Android CLI, skills, and knowledge. These got 70% fewer tokens and complete tasks up to 3 times faster. The Android CLI also provides access
From search agents to agentic coding, this is an AI search that does more for you whatever your question. Agentic capabilities can transform all the ways you search, including how you shop. To tell you more, here's video.
Okay, so the agent's done this differently, and I can see that it's using the skills so far that has to click. Automating and learning starts. Scroll a little further, I can see the and see if you look up version 2. And then a little further, you can also analyze the file and modify it further. Finally, we deployed the app to Keynote so that I can try it out for myself and see flight information, hotel information, and more.
We've been building a foundation.
We're just scratching the surface of the capabilities in now.
How about bringing that feature to you?
And
People shot over $1 billion times.
Okay, so switching to an earlier result.
And for
I see
years,
that the agent has implemented higher code by using third-party AI1.
help you get
And then, which is great, because that way Apple uses the cloud device model,
It
and
started
fallback
by
to the on-device
shopping
model
ground.
isn't available.
Word
That's a good question. So if I scroll a little further down, I can see the before and after screenshots of the app store with the feature
60
implemented.
billion
I can also see that the
listings
agent
and
uses Android CLI to
constantly
deploy the app,
updated.
navigate the UI, and take those
Combine
screenshots.
the
So
scale of the shopping
these
graph
screenshots are nice and all, but
with
these
an
help us across
advanced
multiple
Gemini
situations
model
and whether that
and
actually
with entirely new ways to
and
shop.
gravity can enable the director for
More powerful,
the ideal setup is to use an
intelligent,
alongside
and more fun.
That's right. And you can easily transition to
Now,
Android Studio at any
comes
time
to
and
agentic
production rate
commerce.
polish. For example,
We are
with the
focused
agent, I
on
can ask
delivering
open compose
3
view with the home
key
screen in Android
building
Studio.
blocks to make this future a reality.
There it is.
First, the universal commerce protocol.
We can see how the UI is across multiple
for short.
and also how the apps to different search sites.
Using the dust for agent commerce, what HTTP did well.
I agree.
It gives
In Android Studio,
agents
I can deploy
and
a number of real
systems
Android devices,
a
whether I like it or not. For example, this
It's
app
an
like
open
the
source
Samsung
standard
S26
that allows
comes to Android devices to make itself. While the app device is Airplane mode,
the
I can easily
entire
check
shopping
that the AI chip summary
But that means
on device Gemini app.
it makes everything from product research, checkout, shipment tracking totally seamless.
I can use
And we can still see the entire industry rally. We co-developed and launched ECP with an incredible group of founding partners, and recently welcomed Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Salesforce, and Stripe. We're gonna help scale this it may very well be the first time we all of you have come. And now we're bringing giving more right purpose and local delivery providers and to YouTube and more products. They're also expanding UCP cloud on these products like Canada, Australia, and
All right, welcome back to Developers. How's everybody doing?
the agent
All right,
payments
it's great to see you again.
protocol.
Wild.
So when it comes to agentic payments, the number
This
one
morning,
question
we
there
learned
is,
all about
how do I know it just won't go up?
We've got the new Omni
I don't
the new
want.
Gemini 3.5 models.
Okay, so
And
here, I can
last
see that
month,
the agent
we
has
also
It's a fair
got
question,
Gem of
and it's
4
why we
under
created
an Apache 2 license.
It's designed for your AI agent. It's securely
It's our
maintained
smartest hosting model
but
yet.
always under your control.
Purpose-built for advanced
For us, it comes down to two things:
agentic workflows
setting
and the
boundaries
response
Good news
has
is that
been
now
and ensuring accountability.
100 million downloads.
First, let's talk about
and
boundaries.
pushing
We are now making it easy for strict guardrails. Just tell your agent the specific branch of products that you want,
Share
and it automatically makes purchase if the criteria are met.
Like really early.
And boundaries only work if there's accountability. Agent to create a transparent, verifiable link between you, the merchant, and all the payments. If you use private technology to keep your data safe, and with tamper-proof digital mandates, API ensures the agent is always acting on your behalf and gives you a permanent digital payment trail. So if you ever need to make a return, you as the merchant are looking for a safe record. Your payment will be shielded, your data stays private, and your purchases stay secure. We'll begin bringing API to Google products in the coming months, starting with Gemini Smart Browser.
To the agentic tools like anti-gravity, to the platform, the user experience.
So these protocols are powering the foundation of this
all
entire which brings us
we're working up and down the stack to help people. So let's jump
I am
into
excited
the launch is rolling. Please welcome Logan.
And then
Stage.
go from that house.
Our latest models have been built for the next era. We're putting the full power directly in your hands, no matter what need complex research done.
For years, people have
Data
been
science
building AI.
check.
It doesn't
You're up
keep
for
us
some radio show?
but
We'll
understand
get to that one.
one that doesn't
Last
wait,
December,
but
we introduced the Interactions
a
API.
truly
It gives you one simple
that
and
empowers
powerful
you.
interface for both models
You can use
and
all the great
agents.
agents and tools that are already
Deep
within
Research was the
It's a
first
native
agent we made
The
available
migration
through
assistant
the
is on our
Interactions
studios later this
API.
year. We are
It showed
also planning
what's
on providing support for
possible,
migration
give
to
the model a
platform
goal,
to make it even easier to
freedom
make shares business
to go
logic
find
for
the
Android
answer.
and iOS.
By combining anti-gravity
But Deep
and
Research
with
was
the
just the
capabilities of
beginning.
production polish of Android Studio,
Inside
you'll find our
Google,
most
we're
powerful
using
tools with
the
incredible
anti-gravity
productivity.
harness to
No matter what
empower
format
our
you're going for,
agents
you
to
can bring your ideas to life
intelligently
easier than ever
tackle
while
the
maintaining
most
best practices.
complex
Teams of
tasks.
all sizes and skill
It's
levels
the same
build cutting-edge
technology
power
behind
apps and
Gemini
deploy them to
Spark
Google Play in
and our
record time.
coding agent
And in this
Google
new era
AI
of development with
Studio.
Google, we're extending that same
And
level of
today,
agentic coding
we're
across
making that
every
same
platform.
anti-gravity
Now,
harness
let's hear from Dina,
available
who
to
tells how
you
this digital
with
workforce is
managed
delivering incredible
agents in the
new web
Gemini
experiences.
API. You can easily start creating your agents by
AI
adding
agents are
custom
transforming the
instructions,
landscape of development
tools,
everywhere.
and
And nowhere
data
is that
through a
transformation happening
single
faster than
call
on
to
the
the
web.
Gemini
Take your
API.
browser. With Gemini now built in,
But building
you can
agents is
AI
one part of
assistants right at your
it.
fingertips, unlocking
In
a new era
production,
of
these
interactivity
workloads
and
need
possibilities
secure,
for users and
isolated
developers. It's an exciting
execution.
time to
And
experiment
solving
without
that on your own
barriers, to build
is
with
an
confidence,
infrastructure
to finally bring
nightmare.
to light all those ideas you envisioned.
That's
Now
why
with the clarity
every
and
managed
velocity
agent
that just a few
comes
months ago
paired
seemed
with
impossible.
a remote
What it means
Linux
to build with a web
environment
is rapidly
hosted
evolving.
by Google.
Today, you'll see how you can
In a
harness agentic
single
coding tools to
API
orchestrate
call,
all new
you
web
get an
experiences
agent
with
and
intelligent
the
guidance,
sandbox.
automated debugging,
We
and
handle the
powerful new
infrastructure
APIs.
so
This
you
is
can
the
focus
future
on
of the web,
building.
imagined by you and supercharged by
We've
AI.
been testing this
Let's
with
dive in.
developers
When I
both
talk about modern
internally
capabilities,
and
the question I
externally.
hear the most from fellow
To give you an
developers is,
example,
how do you
the
keep
team
up
at
with all of these new
Stitch,
features?
our Vibe
Yes, it's
Design
exciting to
product
see the web platform
labs,
accelerate with
use
dozens of new
managed
APIs
agents
added every
to
few months.
enable their
But first, you
users
have to figure
to
out how
import
it
their
even works for your
project's
users.
design
And then you have to
system
learn how to use
directly
them.
from their code
Baseline
base.
solves that first problem.
Their
With 100%
managed
of the
agent
platform
connects
features
to a
now mapped,
user's GitHub
Baseline is a
repo,
definitive industry standard that
analyzes
gives
the
you
code
visibility
base,
into web
and
feature
generates a
availability across
ready-to-use
major browsers.
design
Now, that second problem
file,
really hasn't
giving
been a
Stitch
solution to keeping
everything
up
it
with
needs
users
to create
until now.
on-brand
Today, we're
designs.
launching a new tool to supercharge
And
your
because
agents,
it's a
modern web
managed
guidance.
agent,
A
we
comprehensive
handle
and
the
expert-vetted set of
infrastructure
skills,
so
providing AI
Stitch can
agents with a
scale
blueprint for
to
modern web
millions
features.
of users.
Building on our experience with Baseline, it
Now,
ensures
Stitch
that
is
the
just
agent is using
one
yesterday's technology,
example of
but implementing the
how
latest web
powerful
platform features
managed
and the most
agents
recent
can be.
implementations compatible with your Baseline.
Externally, early access
Modern web
customers
guidance
like
empowers you to
Graham,
stay
for
in the
example,
flow of
AI,
experimenting and
Flippy,
iterating, while the
are
agent
also
implementation.
seeing the
You
power
can
of
target a
building
specific baseline
agents
version, and the
at a
agent will
pace
constrain
like
the
never
suggestions.
before.
The guidance even
And we
contains
can't
all
wait to see
options
what you
alternatives for the newest platform features that don't have
Managed
support
agents
yet.
are
To
available
show you how
starting
powerful it
today.
really is to use modern
And
web
thanks
guidance
to our
for your agent,
ecosystem
let's welcome
partners,
Matthias to
you can
BWF.
start building with your preferred stack from day one.
Thanks, Nina.
Let's jump into a demo.
Dino Run, our Chrome Dino
I'm here in the AI Studio
using
playground,
CSS program
where
animations,
earlier this year we added support for interacting with agents.
Let's check it out.
To help you get started, we've added a set of new custom agents that you can run instantly.
All right, so what color should we pick, Nina? What do you think about this green, or should we rather go for cerulean?
Now, Matthias, this looks amazing.
These
But you know
open
what? All
source
of these
agent
menus,
templates
options,
come
sliders,
preloaded
if I was
with
really using this, I
instructions,
want a shortcut, like a
skills,
browser agent to do that
and
really
tools as
quickly. This is how you do the
markdown,
card
so you can
design. So
customize
you
the
know
source
what
files
Could we make this
Like in this
agents?
customer support page. A few months ago, that would be a really hard question to answer, but not anymore. With WebMCP, we can now make this webpage agent-ready in minutes.
I told you I'd come back to my own personal radio show, so let's select AI Talk Radio.
Where to interact with your site, making those interactions more precise.
This agent can produce a complete talk radio show about anything you want. You give it a topic, and it handles the rest.
Absolutely. Let me open Anti-Gravity.
Of course,
I want mine to cover today's top tech. So let's see what Hacker News comments have to say.
Is a set of text-based skills that are internally tested, benchmark proven, and token efficient. So for web development tasks, the jump in pass rates in guided compared to
I've asked
unguided
it to generate
is an
a
average of
5-minute radio
37%
show
points.
based
And
on the
if you do
latest
this,
from
mark
Hacker
down
News. What's happening right now is the agent's environment is provisioning and it's getting ready to run.
This skill contains knowledge
While
about
that happens,
WebMCP.
let me show you what
agent
fun
can
does.
jumpstart the development process and handle the groundwork with confidence, giving you a solid foundation to test and refine. Here you can see how it explains that WebMCP is made up of
In
JavaScript
the agent.md file, you can see we created a specific set of skills for the agent to produce the show.
In anti-gravity, it's easy to install
Research to pull top tech stories from Hacker News. Script writing to compose the show's
ready-made package of skills.
TTS generation to generate multiple speaker voices. Music generation with Lyria to create dynamic background music and audio mixing to bring it all
Looks
together.
like it's finished, so
Finally, it generates metadata, uses Ask Banana for cover art,
This brings
and
us a
saves a complete, ready-to-stream MP3 in a sandbox environment. I didn't write any orchestration module. I simply define the skills and tools with Markdown files, and the agent does the rest.
Okay, let's have some fun.
Honestly,
Can
it
you
feels
prompt
like the
Design
hottest
Pro?
new
Configure
programming
ultimate
language is
car. I
Markdown
want immersive audio
for
and some interior lighting would be great. Plus enhanced visibility
Since
for
the
night
agent
driving.
is taking care of everything,
I don't want too crazy,
it's going to
so
take a few
under $40,000,
Let's
but
switch
give
to
me
the
as many add-ons
tab
as
where
you
the
can
agent finished
Right?
and
This sounds
left
like an
us
excellent
with a
build.
nice
And
summary
we'll
of
take
his
the
work.
Here we go. Now, Gemini Chrome creates an auto browse plan and briefly passes it back to me for confirmation. I'll briefly approve the task, and then off it goes.
With WebMCP, Gemini Chrome
Research,
and other browser agents have
script,
one more tool in their box to
speech,
interact with websites.
music,
In test runs with this
mixing,
site,
and
Antigraph
image
has
generation
an imperative tool
completed,
called update
all
bar configuration,
from
with all
one
configuration
API
options
call.
listed in the schema definition.
The
Now,
playground in
Gemini Chrome
ASU
uses
is
this specific
great
targeted
to see
WebMCP
what
tool
Gemini
for the
models and
And if you want
agents
web
can
guides,
do.
you're able
But
to
the real
make this ready for
magic
the agentic web in
begins
no time.
when you bring this
You
to
have
real
to
apps.
finish. What do you
And
think?
to show you that magic,
Let's talk about the color
here's
later on, but
Paige.
this is so much easier than finding all the right options myself. Modern web browser, one with over 100 with dozens of related features, is available for early preview today.
Awesome. Thank you, Logan. Google
I'm also
AI
excited to
Studio
announce that
is
the
the
experimental
fastest
WebMCP
path
API
from
will enter
prompt
origin
to
files
app.
starting in Pro
So
149.
let's dive in. I've always
And
wanted
Gemini
to
Pro
build
will
my
support
own
more WebMCP
personalized
tools, building
radio
on active
station to
experiments
get
and
the
running
latest
with
news that I care about. And it's not
Okay, so
just
we've added some
because
new features
Logan
to our
just
website,
showed
but
us
could
what
we have the
his
coding
AI
agent now
talk
test it with a
radio
real
agent
user
can
would?
do.
Yes, we could. I think by now most
Okay,
of us here have tried building with agents. They've gotten a lot better, but you still don't always get what you want.
Earlier today,
And that's because
I
the coding
took
agent
the AI
can't actually
radio
see what it's
show
coding.
agent
That
and
all
wrapped it
changes
in a
with the
real
new
app
prompt depth
with
for
just
agents.
a few prompts.
Thanks to go ahead.
Since I'm also a fan of Hacker
Thanks to
News,
incredible
let's
feedback from
go
our
ahead
building
and give it a
we've
try.
evolved to do even more. Now, your agent can finally
Just
see what
like
the code is
Logan
written,
showed in
performs
the
the runtime.
playground,
With the MCP
my
server,
app
CLI,
is
and
calling
self-tailored
a
skills,
managed
it finally
agent
creates a
on
full
the
suite
Gemini
for agents.
API.
That's phenomenal for
The
building
agent spins up in a sandbox
capabilities. Let's go back to
environment,
anti-gravity,
reads
where I get
through
prompts.
the skills,
Please
makes
check
a
the WebMCP
plan,
implementation
and
with
then
Lightbox.
assembles the complete
Now, what will
episode.
happen in a second is you'll see Chrome popping up.
This
Going on page,
is going to
which means the
take a
same thing
minute
that would
to
happen if you
generate,
ran a
so I'll
through the
switch
DevTools
over
UI.
to where I
But
ran
we can
it a
use
little bit
our
earlier
wonderful
today.
There we go. There's Lightbox run.
And
And Lightbox
let's
runs with a
hear
new
what
Jack
Hacker
browsing
News
category,
has to say.
which enables Lightbox to run
If you
content
can
in
go
context
from writing 200 lines of code a day to 2,000 with an AI
It
agent,
also verifies your
are
LLM.txt
you
file, a
actually
new
a
standard
better
for
engineer?
other sites' content.
Or are you
And
just...
a lot of us familiar with how successful products.
Good afternoon.
Navigate the web using the accessibility tree.
Awesome,
Every
pretty
volume
cool,
of
right?
optimized doesn't just help a human. It makes your site more actionable for humans too. When it issues a surface like house, you don't need to do the
As
clipboard
you
anymore.
can see,
Copying
the
errors from
agent
passing
generated
chat,
the
and hoping that the
MP3
agent
for
gets
the
the right
show
thing. The agent
and
needs to report for
created
itself and test the
metadata
solution
to
and
display
complete
the
run on it
script.
to see if that solution
So
works.
now I
It's
can
a super
even
charged workflow that
jump
automates
to
the
different
leaving
speakers
features
in
and
the
works by
show.
doing it.
The new one.
If you want to give
And
it a try,
for the
Concept Tools for Agents
accessibility
available today
community,
from Antigraphy and more than 20 other coding agents of your choice.
You can...
This is so cool. The
Okay,
app
Matthew, I think that we have one more
defines
surprise hidden
UX,
away in our
and then
card
the
computer.
agent
Yeah, we do.
creates
Let's go
the
back to your classic
content
running
and
examples.
metadata
Let me
needed
switch to
for
the
it on
interior
the fly.
Do you see the screen in the center?
And I love
It's
this
actually
blend
interactive.
cover art
I
that
can click
is
through to the second
generated
screen
with
of our car
Nano
and adjust the ambient lighting just by pulling the sliders. And
So,
you know what? If you
Logan
expect the
showed you how the
select those elements.
playground lets you
The full display
experiment.
UI is actually
And
native
what
for some
I
native
just showed
HTML
you
elements
is how
rendered with canvas.
build lets you ship. And
you know what? Some of you out there might be thinking, HTML
let's go
inside of
ahead
Canvas?
and
Well,
deploy
that should
my
be possible.
app so I
The new
can
HTML
share
Canvas
it
API
with the
now does seem
world.
possible. With this, you can now integrate real DOM elements directly into your Canvas environment.
Deploying
Now,
from
the
AI
choose between visually complex and stunning
Cloud
or
Run
interactable and
is
accessible.
just a few
Because it's part of the DOM, every element in your canvas is now searchable,
You can
accessible,
either
selectable,
pick an
translatable,
existing
and
Google
interact
Cloud
with built-in browser
project,
features like
or
Watermark.
if you don't
And that
have
creates some
one,
really interesting
AI
possibilities.
Studio
Yeah,
will
for example,
generate
you can
one
style them
for
just
you.
like any other DOM element by editing them in like
And
this one.
starting today,
We've already seen
brand
build
new
some meeting demos
users
with WebGL
can
textures,
deploy
3D
to a
interfaces,
live
and entirely
URL
new
on
modalities
Cloud
for
Run
interaction with real DOM
instantly.
content.
No
HTML
credit
is
card
in trial now,
required.
so you can test, experiment, and build.
Awesome.
Now, I know a lot of developers are really
Now,
excited to try this
while
out.
we're
This is
waiting,
more than just a new feature.
Cloud
Alongside
Run
everything
is
else
just
today,
our
it
latest
represents a
integration.
fundamental shift in how we build,
We
who can build,
recently
and even
rebuilt
what we can
our
build.
coding agent
In this
with
new era of
anti-gravity
web development, there's
and
never been a
added
more inspiring
Firebase
time
and
to create.
Firestore
With tools like
support,
modern
so you
web
can
guidance to help you
easily
quickly and
build
reliably implement new features like
real
web
world,
HTML
full
canvas to
stack
truly
apps
expand,
with
accessible, interactive, creative,
databases
new UI on
and
the web,
OAuth.
and Chrome DevTools for agents
And
to autonomously
today,
debug
we're
and test performance.
officially
The
announcing
future of the web is
support
imagined
for
by you
Google
and supercharged by
Workspace.
AI. But this isn't just about the
us. It's about how to do everything. So to bring it all together, please welcome back Josh.
You can just prompt to connect apps like Docs, Gmail, and Calendar and stay completely in the flow. And if you combine that with multi-chat web search, image generation, Nano Banana, we are completely redefining what you can build with agents.
We hope you'll take what you've seen today
And,
and push it to the limits.
awesome.
Get you
It
started
looks like
creating
my
ultimate
app
platforms
has
to make an impact.
deployed.
We're
So
officially
you
launching
can
the
see
Building Gemini
right
Exercise
here the
Hackathon.
status,
This
the
global
live
hackathon is going to offer
URL,
up $2
and
million
even
in prizes for builders
unpublish
who
right
create
here
apps that
without
solve
leaving
actual,
AI
real-world
Studio for a
challenges.
second.
And the critics are simple.
That
Take a
really
problem we've
was
solved,
pretty
Building Gemini,
magical.
and let's all try to positively impact the lives of a billion people. To build it that scale, you're going to need some serious talent.
deploy my
And as
web
you heard
app
this
in
morning,
minutes,
we announced a
but
new $100
what
per month
good
Google
is
AI
a
Ultra
radio
plan
show
alongside
if
a
I
simplified
can't
pricing
listen on
structure
the
based
go?
on your feedback. And keep those agents
So
coming over the long
starting
weekend. We're
today,
giving all Ultra subscribers $100
you can
in
go
bonus credits
from
today.
an
You can claim the offer
to
right
an
in the Android app.
Android
And your friends
app
will kick in when you hit your limit. So let's get
directly
going.
in
You can
AI
visit
Studio.
io.google for the live stream
No
sessions and all
software
the
to
on-demand content we'll be
install,
releasing over
no
the next few days.
SDKs
Thanks
to
for coming
manage,
and have an amazing I.O.
and no local environment to start. Yes. Hallelujah. Awesome. Yeah. To start, all you have to do is select build an Android app and start prompting. So let's switch over to one I baked a little bit earlier today. I used the same exact prompts, but this time asked the app to build an Android app. And notice the app is built entirely in Kotlin. You can even preview your app with the Android emulator directly in AI Studio. And when I'm ready to start testing on my own device, I simply plug in my phone to install it. We're also adding support for Google Play Store publishing in AI Studio. Keep clapping. I just open Publish, connect my Play developer account, and push the app straight to the test track in minutes. And after that, it's ready to install on my phone without ever leaving AI Studio. You can start testing it on your own device today, and sharing with trusted testers will roll out later this summer. But, speaking of apps, great ideas don't just happen at your desk. And that's why we're bringing the AI Studio build experience to your pocket with our brand new mobile app. Woo! Yeah. The app rolls out in a few weeks, and you can pre-register today. With managed agents, you get serious power without the complex setup. But if you want total programmatic control to customize and deploy on your own terms, today we're launching the Anti-Gravity SDK. Yeah. It gives developers and researchers the exact same agent harness optimized for Gemini, but with the ultimate flexibility to run it wherever and however you want. And now, of course, building a great agent isn't just a single event. It's an entire life cycle, from that first spark of an idea to a deployed application. And while Google AI Studio is the fastest path from prompt to app, as your team evolves, moving to a local development platform can help with faster iterations. And moving y'all's projects used to mean copying files, losing context, and completely rebuilding state. But not anymore. Today, we're launching a one-click export to Anti-Gravity. And we aren't just sending snippets, we're porting the complete file system and every single ounce of context. So you can pick up exactly where you left off in AI Studio. And now, to show you what we're cooking in Anti-Gravity itself, please welcome Anshul to the stage.
All right, let's talk more about agents, shall we? We aren't just making it easier to build agents. We're making it easier to build with agents. As you heard earlier today, we're introducing Google Anti-Gravity 2.0, a new desktop application that is unabashedly agent first. You can kick off multiple agents in multiple projects simultaneously. One agent vibe codes your marketing website. Another generates brand assets. And a third plans your project architecture, operating in multiple work trees, collaborating without collisions. For coding tasks, you can use Anti-Gravity 2.0 alongside your IDE of choice. But we all know there is much more to do than just code. Anti-Gravity 2.0 is your mission control for orchestrating agents for all sorts of tasks. Now, we've all seen single agents get overwhelmed by massive tasks. That's why today, we're introducing dynamic subagents. Now, your agent can spin up specialized helpers, like a QA or data science subagent, that work in parallel to get the job done faster and more effectively. Now, that might sound impressive, but what if you want the process to run autonomously? For example, you might have tasks that you want agents to repeat on a predefined schedule. Today, we're making that a reality with scheduled tasks. You can now use standard cron schedules to put your agents on autopilot. So, tell your agent to summarize pending PRs every morning, or monitor your cloud health every hour. And this is just the beginning, making your agents truly proactive. To show you Anti-Gravity 2.0 in action, let's invite Kevin to stage.
Thanks, Anshul. Let's give Anti-Gravity 2.0 a challenge. As you heard from Josh at the beginning, the momentum we're seeing behind Gemma 4 is absolutely incredible. Democratizing AI means allowing anyone to take open models like Gemma 4 and fine-tune them. Historically, that meant complex pipeline wrangling by ML engineers. Not anymore. With anti-gravity, anyone can do it. Let me show you. The other day, my CI pipeline broke, which gave me this idea. Why not have an LLM automatically self-heal the pipeline? I just feed it the stack trace with the build error and say, fix this, to generate a remediation bash command. Anshul, can you explain why I get this set up?
Yeah. So the challenge here is that LLMs, as we know, have trained to be conversational. So they bury the bash command in paragraphs of explanation. In fact, when we asked for a simple git worktree command earlier, the response came back with 2 separate code blocks, a conversational introduction, and a detailed breakdown explaining how to choose branch names. But all Kevin cares about is the command. And so what he needs to do is fine-tune Gemma 4 to not return the fluff and just give him the command.
Exactly. So rather than watch me type, let's go ahead and use the mic, powered by our latest audio understanding capabilities. Okay, so I want to fine-tune Gemma 4 to directly give me a bash command response with no additional fluff, so that I can use the response directly in my CI pipeline. I have a data set of prompt to bash commands, write the training and eval code for doing a LoRa fine-tuning over this data set, as well as the code to deploy my custom Gemma 4 model on my laptop.
So as Kevin runs that, I want to highlight a couple of things. He was able to just use his voice, and the audio model could recognize terms like LoRa. It seems like the agent is doing some research and has generated an entire implementation plan for the training code.
Okay, so I approved the implementation plan, and now it's writing a bit of code to make this happen. Once this is done, I'm going to take this and push it to my repo. And because we're training a model, I'll need a GPU-enabled cloud machine.
Great. So while Kevin does that, you just saw Anti-Gravity 2.0, our new standalone app that is your mission control for orchestrating agents. But we know that for a lot of developers, the real magic happens in the terminal. So that's why we're thrilled to announce the Anti-Gravity CLI. It's a lightweight way to spin up these same anti-gravity agents right from the terminal. So it gives you the exact same harness and same models, but with a product experience that is tailored for the command line. It adapts entirely to you, your themes, your workflows, your key bindings. Kevin, we're good to go?
We are all set. So let's pick up where I left off. As you can see, I've SSH'd into my GPU-enabled VM, and I'm going to pull down the code from main that we just wrote in Anti-Gravity 2.0. I've already have the Anti-Gravity CLI installed on this machine, and it's running in a separate tab, no GUI necessary.
Yeah, so we know that GUI versus CLI is mostly a matter of preference. But since Kevin's already in the terminal, SSH into a machine, the CLI is perfect.
So I just asked the agent to start the training job that we just wrote. And to give you a little bit of context, this is a lightweight LoRa fine-tune, but even so, it's going to take some time before we get results. So while this is cooking, let's just take a step back for a minute. In minutes, we used anti-gravity to go from no code to fine-tuning Gemma 4 on our own custom use case. And if all that seems a little bit too simple, that is the point. Anti-gravity makes building something of this scale not just possible, but way easier than you'd expect. All right, now that it's been a few moments, I'm going to use the CLI to do a quick sanity check on the first few steps to make sure the loss is trending in the right direction and everything is healthy. I'll head over to my agent and just ask, how is the training run going? Is everything healthy? And as you can see, it's going to look through some of the output files, actually read the code that it wrote in 2.0, tell us that it needs to look at a couple of the log files, and hopefully should give us some indication of how training is going. Looking like it's looking through the task logs, and you see that sleep 10, it looks like training has not progressed long enough for us to actually get meaningful results. So let's come back in a couple of seconds.
Sure. Okay, so if we have some time, let's ask Gemini for a joke using the brand new /btw command. Oh, it did give us the results. Let's ask for the joke.
It already came back, but we'll get the joke anyways.
Let's just get the joke. Why not? We have some time.
So I use /btw, which in the same conversation will effectively fork, and now you can see this amazing joke. Why did the neural network refuse to run on the TPU? Because it heard the TPU was always a bit too tensor.
I think we'll give it a 5 out of 10. We'll talk to the Gemini team about humor. But let's scroll back up because I think we saw some of the training results.
Okay, so it looks like it did about 1%. Says the gradient norm is stable, so it looks like things are going well. I imagine this will probably take some time to finish.
Yeah, I mean, so the loss is trending down nicely. The run is perfectly healthy, but we'll fast forward a bit and keep this one cooking in the background.
Sure. In fact, I actually kicked off the same exact run earlier. I let it run for a few hours. So I'm just going to use that checkpoint and ask my agent to deploy that resulting model to my laptop so that we can all see that this does indeed work. So I'll head back over to Anti-Gravity 2.0. I'm going to start a new conversation, and I'm just going to instruct it to run the playground using the fine-tuned model that is specified at this particular path from earlier. As you can see, it is running the server, and if we click over here, you can see the logs. Looks like it's running this particular model. It's also starting the client. And if I just go ahead and click on the link that it's telling me to click, and try that same exact prompt in the same playground that you saw earlier, we now see a fine tune where we just get the command, none of the additional fluff. So we just fine-tuned Gemma 4 on stage, which is pretty remarkable. And this really is the new reality of building. Your workflows across surfaces you already use.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Wrapping up on the anti-gravity CLI, we are unifying on anti-gravity as the only platform you need for agent-first development. So we took everything we learned from how you use Gemini CLI and rolled those insights into the anti-gravity CLI as well. So starting today, the anti-gravity CLI is available to all Gemini CLI users. We've published the migration guides to help you port your custom skills over. And as always, send us your feedback as you get started. You'll now get the same harness as Anti-Gravity 2.0 and a unified agentic experience across all of your surfaces. All right, let's move along. Anti-Gravity is completely stack agnostic, letting you use the tools you love with zero vendor lock-in. However, if you are building in the Google ecosystem, we've made it easy with one-click setup across Android, Firebase, and building on the web. We're also making it easier to push agents into highly specialized fields by introducing domain-specific skills bundles. So starting today, our first release is a new science skill bundle, equipping your agents with the specific primitives needed to accelerate health, biology, and scientific research workflows. So everything you just saw is incredible for individual developers, but we are not stopping there. So today, for enterprises, we're allowing Anti-Gravity to be connected directly to your Google Cloud projects, applying the same enterprise terms that you expect. And for our existing Gemini Enterprise customers, you'll soon see Anti-Gravity rolled out in the coming months. From cutting-edge research to standard enterprise apps, whether you're one developer with an idea or an organization deploying at scale, Anti-Gravity is your platform. Now, let's take a deep dive into these agentic workflows for your Android development. Here to show us how that's done, please welcome Florina and Adarsh.
No matter where you are in your development journey, we want to make it fast and easy to build high-quality Kotlin Android apps. As Paige showed you earlier, native Android development is fully supported in AI Studio. Today, we're also bringing official Android support to Anti-Gravity, so you can more easily deliver the most performant experiences for your users, no matter where they are or what kind of devices they have. We want to ensure you have access to the latest innovations on the Android platform, and that building for the newer form factors is frictionless.
Okay, we'll have a few demos that we need to cover in the next few minutes, but not that much time. So let's rely on our latest skill, time travel. We'll use it every once in a while to jump into the future and check out the results. Now, for the demos, we've created a travel app. You can use it to view all of your travel plans in one place or transcribe audio diary entries using our latest on-device model, Gemini Nano 4.
So, using Anti-Gravity, let's show you how you can build an augmented experience today for display glasses.
Now, setting up the environment without Android Studio is kind of a pain. But now Anti-Gravity has our new Android CLI built in. Now that it's stable, it comes with a set of tools for agents to handle everything from downloading the SDK to creating a project and running your app on devices, all much more easily and efficiently. Okay, Flo, for this app, we've heard from our users that they really wish there was an easier way to view important travel info when they're on the go. So let's try this out. In a single prompt, let's add the capability to display updated flight and travel information directly on the glasses, which could be pretty useful for users at the airport with their hands full.
Building for display glasses is new, so most LLMs don't know how to do this yet. So, as part of Android CLI, we're giving our models access to the latest information with two key resources. First, the Android knowledge base. It's our specialized data source that enables agents to search and fetch the latest developer guidance. And second, we open source the Android skills to help LLMs understand and execute best practices. For example, you've told us that building support for edge-to-edge, migrating from XML to Compose, or to Jetpack Navigation 3 is time-consuming. So we made sure to add skills to help with just that.
We saw in our internal testing, agents leveraging Android CLI, skills, and knowledge base use about 70% fewer tokens and complete tasks up to 3 times faster. Now, Android CLI also provides access to the powerful capabilities of Android Studio, like finding usages and declarations, analyzing files for issues, and looking up the latest info on dependencies. By running Android Studio alongside Anti-Gravity, the agent can leverage these capabilities to run tasks much more quickly and efficiently, all while under your control. Okay, let's jump forward in time to see what the agent did to build our new glasses UI. Okay, so the agent's done its thing, and I can see that it used the recommended skill to build the UI using Jetpack Compose Glimmer, which is part of the Android XR SDK. If I scroll a little further, I can see it's also using Android Studio to look up versions of dependencies it needs. And then a little further, it's also analyzing files that it's modified for issues. Finally, it deployed the app to the emulator so that I can try it out myself and see flight information, hotel information, and more.
we're just scratching the surface of the Android capabilities in anti-gravity. How about adding a helpful AI summary of the entire trip and asking anti-gravity to give us before and after screenshots of the app?
Okay, so switching to an earlier result, I can see that the agent has implemented hybrid mode by using Firebase AI logic. And then, which is great because that way the app only uses the cloud device model as a fallback when an on-device model isn't available.
Okay, but did it actually work?
That's a good question. So if I scroll a little further down, I can see the before and after screenshots that we asked for with the feature implemented. I can also see that the agent used the Android CLI to deploy the app, navigate the UI, and take those screenshots. So yeah, I think it worked.
So these screenshots are nice and all, but we need to see how this looks across multiple configurations and whether that AI summary really works offline. Anti-gravity enables you to orchestrate your agents, but the ideal setup is to use anti-gravity alongside Android Studio.
That's right. And you can easily transition to Android Studio at any time and get that production-grade polish. For example, with the agent, I can ask, open the Compose previews for the home screen in Android Studio. And then, pixels percolating, there it is.
We can see how the UI looks across multiple themes and also how it adapts to different screen sizes. And then if there's anything we need to tweak, we just go to AI actions. Now, we need a real phone to test the on-device AI capabilities.
I agree. In Android Studio, I can deploy to a number of real Android devices, whether I own them or not. For example, here's the app running on a real Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, which is coming to Android device streaming a little later this summer. While the app device is in airplane mode, I can easily check that the AI trip summary feature uses the on-device Gemini Nano.
All right, now, a high-quality app needs to be performant. Since I'm in Android Studio, I can view the App Quality Insights window. And I can see that my app has been crashing too much in production. And on top of that, we also want to be ready for some of the memory limit changes for performance optimization in Android 17. So let's get that fixed. Going to go to the agent and say, okay, Gemini, fix and analyze my app's optimization and performance. The agent knows that one of the main ways an app can improve its performance is with R8. It streamlines your app by removing unused code and resources, and rewrites bytecode to optimize runtime performance. Effective R8 configurations lead to fewer ANRs, reduced app size, and quicker startup times.
Let's use that time machine and jump to the results. Okay, the agent's done its thing, and I can see that it's used the R8 analyzer skill to actually recommend changes to the build configuration to enable R8's full mode. That's great. So if I scroll down a little further, I can see that it's using the new R8 configuration analyzer, which means in the final report, great, I have my updated optimization, obfuscation, and shrinking scores. Now, to achieve these scores, the agent has audited and suggested updates to my keep rules to maximize the effectiveness of R8. Previously, almost none of the app's code was optimized. With these changes, R8 was able to optimize almost all of the code. It's now faster and smaller, all from a single prompt.
This app is getting better and better. But let's add one more feature before we ship it. We need deep links to maximize engagement and ensure that our users are taken directly to their upcoming trip right inside the app. So if I click on this link in the booking confirmation, this doesn't currently go anywhere. In the latest version of Android Studio, we have a dedicated App Links Assistant to help you implement deep links in your app. So if I go to Tools, App Links Assistant, open the URL mapping editor, and then I have my host, JetBraker demo. Then I can select which activity to handle my intents, my deep links, and then I pass a sample URL to process. And that's it. AI is doing its job now.
All right, you all know the drill. Let's jump over to the results. Okay, so here I can see that the agent has analyzed that URL along with the app's code to recommend a custom implementation plan. And with that plan, it's implemented the exact routing logic that uses the trip data from that URL it parsed. So if I go back to that device and click on that action in the email, it goes to the personalized trip right in the app.
Nice, ship it, ship it, ship it.
Are all PMs like that or just me?
Just you.
Okay. Well, the good news is that now you can publish updates of your app from Android Studio directly to Google Play. Check this out. All I need to do to get started is go to Build and generate a signed app bundle. Then after a couple of clicks and making sure to check this new option that I want to upload to Play, I'm ready to upload a new version of my app to Play. And after I click Next, it's off to the internal test track, so testers can test while I get the Play Store page ready.
Okay, now, one last thing.
Let's give you an early sneak peek.
Like really early.
Super early. Into a suite of tools we're building to easily migrate and extend your app to Android, regardless of whether your source is React Native, a web framework, or even iOS.
So let's say your company is looking to expand an existing iOS app to Android's over 3 billion users. To make this a matter of hours rather than weeks, we're experimenting with a new migration assistant in Android Studio. Here's how we're thinking for doing this. You go to File, New Project, and then select Migrate to New Project. I can choose which app I want to migrate. Okay. Then I can decide whether I want to let the AI make decisions for me or whether I prefer to be more involved by selecting guided migration. I can attach reference images or even some custom skills. But then, instead of doing the validation myself, I can let the agent handle that for me with journeys. It creates a set of natural language instructions following our app's user journeys. And then the agent executes, evaluates, and iterates on the app.
Just for this demo, we've selected this open source project called Metropolis. It's a gamified companion for the public transit network in Paris. It's really fun. You get points when you track your routes and badges when you ride the full length of a transit line.
We ran the migration earlier and then spent a bit of time on a few polished tasks, like adding Maps SDK support and fancier animations. Do you want to see?
I want to see. Do y'all want to see?
Okay, so here's the iOS simulator and the app running in the iOS simulator, and then the Android app in an emulator. So let's say that we want to take the Metro number 1. Then we press Start Travel. And then we go from La Défense to Les Sablons. And then confirm journey. Now, look at all the progress the agent made for us. Okay, let's see how we got here. So the Android Studio's migration assistant first creates the feature mapping, and only afterwards the project plan. Since the agent knows the typical iOS and Android projects, the agent looks at the Xcode storyboard to create the corresponding Android screens. It knows how to handle things like migrating strings from iOS to Android, and even how to convert assets like SVGs and PDFs to vector drawables. And then, when implementing the Android code, libraries like Jetpack Compose, Room, and View models are used, together with best practices like predictive back navigation. To perfect your app and make it production ready, You can use all the great agents and tools that are already within Android Studio, since this is a native Android app. The migration assistant is coming to Android Studio later this year. We are also planning on providing support for migration to Kotlin multi-platform to make it even easier to maintain shared business logic for Android and iOS.
By combining anti-gravity and Android CLI with the pro capabilities and production-grade polish of Android Studio, we're unifying our most powerful tools for incredible productivity gains. No matter what form factor you're building for, you can bring your ideas to life easier than ever while maintaining Android best practices. Teams of all sizes and skill levels can build cutting-edge Kotlin apps and deploy them to Google Play in record time. And in this new era of development with Google, we're extending that same level of agentic coding across every platform. Now, let's hear from Yuna to tell us how this digital workforce is delivering incredible new web experiences.
Hello.
AI agents are transforming the landscape of development everywhere. And nowhere is that transformation happening faster than on the web. Take the browser. With Gemini now built in, Chrome has evolved to put AI assistance right at your fingertips, unlocking a new era of interactivity and possibility for users and developers. It's an exciting time to experiment without barriers, to build with confidence, to finally bring to life all those ideas you envisioned, now with a clarity and a velocity that just a few months ago seemed impossible. What it means to build for the web is rapidly evolving. Today, you'll see how you can harness agentic coding tools to orchestrate all new web experiences with intelligent guidance, automated debugging, and powerful new APIs. This is the future of the web, imagined by you and supercharged by AI. Let's dive in. When I talk about modern web capabilities, the question that I hear the most from fellow developers is, how do I even keep up with all of these new features? Yes, it's exciting to see the web platform accelerate with dozens of new APIs added every few months. But first, you have to figure out if they'll even work for your users. And then you have to learn how to use them. Baseline solves that first problem. With 100% of web platform features now mapped, Baseline is a definitive industry standard that gives you visibility into web feature availability across the major browsers. Now, for that second problem, there really hasn't been a solution to keeping up with new features until now. Today, we're launching a new tool to supercharge your agents, Modern Web Guidance, a comprehensive and expert-vetted set of skills providing AI agents with a blueprint for modern web features. Building on our experience with Baseline, it ensures that your agent isn't using yesterday's technology, but implementing the latest web platform features and most recent Chrome innovations compatible with your Baseline target. Modern Web Guidance empowers you to stay in the flow of experimenting and iterating while the agent handles the implementation. You can target a specific Baseline version, and the agent will constrain its suggestions. The guidance even contains fallback solutions and alternatives for the newest platform features that don't have wide browser support yet. To show you how powerful and easy it is to use Modern Web Guidance with your coding agent, let's welcome Matthias to the demo desk.
Thanks, Yuna. Here's something I've been working on. Dino Run, our Chrome Dino-inspired car site built in React. Using CSS scroll-driven animations, our site unfolds as a fluid, narrative-led experience. And after that, leads us into the model configurator. Let's check it out. Give it a second to load. All right, so what color should we pick, Yuna? What do you think about this green, or should we rather go for cerulean?
Now, Matthias, this looks amazing. But you know what? All of these menus, options, and sliders, if I was really using this, I'd want a shortcut, like a browser agent to do the heavy lifting and just help me build a car to fit my needs. So you know what I'm going to ask. Can we make this work seamlessly with agents?
You know, a few months ago, that would be a really hard question to answer, but not anymore. With WebMCP, we can now make this web page agent-ready in minutes. This proposed browser standard lets you expose web capabilities to browser-based agents. In other words, it lets you tell agents how and where to interact with your site, making those interactions more precise and reliable.
Now, we could implement this ourselves on the stage, but with modern web guidance, our agent has the skills to do it on its own. All we need to do is ask. Matthias, could you give it a try?
Absolutely. Let me open Anti-Gravity, where I can just prompt. Please implement WebMCP tools for the car configurator on this page. And off we go. Modern web guidance is a set of text-based skills that are internally tested, benchmark-proven, and token efficient. So for web development tasks, the jump in pass rates in guided compared to unguided coding is an average of 37 percentage points. And you can even read the markdown files yourself. Well, let's go ahead and allow this all. There we go. Let me pull up an example for a guide. This skill contains knowledge about WebMCP, so your coding agent can jumpstart the development process and handle the groundwork with confidence, giving you a solid foundation to test and refine. Here you can see how it explains that WebMCP is made up of JavaScript functions that are exposed to agents through an API. We've made accessing and implementing modern web guidance as easy as possible. In Anti-Gravity, it's easy to install with one click during onboarding, or later on from settings. But if Anti-Gravity is not your coding agent of choice, you can install it as a ready-made package of skills for other coding tools. And because the guidance is explaining core platform features, it adapts to your framework of choice, no matter if it's Angular, React, or any other. All right, let's check on progress in Anti-Gravity. All right, looks like it's finished, so I'm switching back to Chrome, and I'm going to click Ask Gemini in the top right. This brings up a prototype of Gemini in Chrome with experimental WebMCP support. Since this is still in active development, the final version may differ from what you'll see today. And while this demo is Chrome-specific for now, once WebMCP stabilizes, these tools will be compatible with any browser-based agent that supports WebMCP. Yuna, let's prompt away.
Okay, let's have some fun. Can you prompt in Gemini and Chrome, configure the ultimate party car? I want immersive audio and some interior lighting would be great. Plus enhanced visibility for night driving to keep me safe. And I don't want to go too crazy, so keep it under $40,000, but give me as many add-ons as you can under that.
All right, this sounds like an excellent build. I'm briefly double-checking the prompt, and here we go. Now, Gemini in Chrome creates an auto-browse plan and briefly passes it back to me for confirmation. I'll briefly approve the task, and then off it goes.
With WebMCP, Gemini and Chrome and other browser agents have one more tool in their box to interact with the website. In test runs with this site, Anti-Gravity has implemented an imperative tool called Update Car Configuration, with all configuration options listed in the schema definition. Now, Gemini and Chrome can use this specific targeted WebMCP tool for the job.
And through modern web guidance, we were able to implement it and make this app ready for the agentic web in no time. Yuna, your build has finished meanwhile. What do you think?
Let's talk about the color later on, but this is so much easier than finding all of the right options myself. Modern web guidance, with support for over 100 use cases for dozens of the latest features, is available for early preview today. I'm also excited to announce that the experimental WebMCP API will enter Origin trial starting in Chrome 149. And Gemini and Chrome will soon support your web MCP tools, building on the active experiments we're running with our ecosystem partners. It's exciting. Okay, so we've added some new features to our website, but could we have the coding agent now test this like a real user would?
Yes, we could. I think by now most folks here have tried building with agents. They've gotten a lot better, but you still don't always get what you prompted for. And that's because your coding agent can't actually see what it's coding. That all changes with the new Chrome DevTools for agents. Thanks to Go ahead. Thanks to incredible feedback from our early preview, we've evolved it to do even more. Now, your agent can finally see how the code it has written performs at runtime. With the MCP server, the CLI, and a set of tailored skills, it finally creates a closed feedback loop for agents. That's phenomenal for building, validating, and debugging. To see its capabilities, let's go back to anti-gravity, where I again prompt. Please check the WebMCP implementation with Lighthouse. Now, what will happen in a second is you'll see Chrome popping up, loading our page, basically the same thing that would happen if you ran a Lighthouse audit through the DevTools UI. But I think I need to allow one more tool call. There we go. There is Lighthouse running. And Lighthouse runs with a new agentic browsing category, which enables Lighthouse to run a comprehensive health check for the agentic web. It validates your WebMCP tool registrations and ensures your forms have the declarative metadata that agents need to be successful.
It also verifies your LLMs.txt file, a new standard for giving models a clear map of your site's content. And it's reevaluating a lot of the familiar Lighthouse accessibility audits. Because most agents navigate the web using the accessibility tree, every ARIA role or label that you optimize doesn't just help a human. It makes your site more actionable for an agent, too. When an issue is surfaced through Lighthouse, you don't need to be the human clipboard anymore, copying an error from DevTools, passing it into a chat, and hoping that the agent guesses the right fix. The agent reads the report for itself, attempts a solution, and can rerun audits to see if that solution worked. It's a supercharged workflow that automates the busy work, leaving you free to spend your time innovating. If you want to give it a try, Chrome DevTools for Agents is available today for anti-gravity and more than 20 other coding agents of your choice. Okay, Matthias, I think that we have one more surprise hidden away in our car configurator.
Yeah, we do. Let's go back to your party car running in Canvas. Let me switch to the interior view. Do you see the screen in the center? Yep. It's actually interactive. I can click through to the settings screen of our car and adjust the ambient lighting just by pulling the sliders. And you know what? If we do a quick inspect in DevTools and select those elements, the full display UI is actually native. Those are native HTML elements rendered into the canvas.
Woo! I know what some of you out there might be thinking. HTML elements inside of a canvas? Well, that shouldn't be possible.
The new HTML and Canvas API now does the impossible. With this, you can now integrate real DOM elements directly into your Canvas environment. Now, you no longer have to choose between visually complex and stunning or interactable and accessible.
Exactly. Because it's part of the DOM, every element in your canvas is now searchable, accessible, selectable, translatable, and interacts with your built-in browser features like autofill. And that creates some really interesting possibilities.
Yeah. For example, you can style them just like any other DOM element by adding a little class like this one.
Nice. We've already seen the community build amazing demos with WebGL textures, 3D interfaces, and entirely new modalities for interaction with real DOM content. HTML in Canvas is in origin trial now, so you can test, experiment, and build. Now, I know a lot of web developers are really excited to try this out, and that's because this is more than just a new feature. Alongside everything else you've seen today, it represents a fundamental shift in how we build, who can build, and even what we can build. In this new era of agentic web development, there's never been a more inspiring time to create. With tools like modern web guidance to help you quickly and reliably implement new features like WebMCP, HTML and Canvas to truly expand accessible, interactive, creative new UI on the web, and Chrome Dev tools for agents to autonomously debug and test performance. The future of the web is imagined by you and supercharged by AI. But this isn't just about the web, it's about how we build everything. So to bring it all together, please welcome back Josh.
All right, what a show. From Google AI Studio to anti-gravity, from Android to the open web, today you've seen agents completely transform the developer experience. The common thread across all of this is simple. You focus on the big idea, and the agents can do the heavy lifting. And it's never been a better time to build. We hope you'll take what you've seen today and push it to the limits. To get you started, we've created the ultimate platform to make an impact. We are officially launching the Build with Gemini X Prize Hackathon. This global hackathon is going to offer up $2 million in prizes for builders who create apps that solve actual real-world challenges. And the premise is simple. Pick a problem worth solving, build with Gemini, and let's all try to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. To build at that scale, you're going to need some serious power. And as you heard this morning, we announced a new $100 per month Google AI Ultra plan alongside a simplified pricing structure based on your feedback. And to keep those agents humming over the long weekend, we're giving all Ultra subscribers $100 in bonus credits today. You can claim the offer right in the anti-gravity app, and the credits will kick in when you hit your limits. So let's get going. You can visit io.google for the live stream sessions and all the on-demand content we'll be releasing over the next few days. Thanks for coming, and have an amazing I.O.